10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
In the darkest realms, in the abyss of hell, in the vents inside Among Us, there is a group of people waiting to come out. The Halloween may have passed, ladies and gentlemen, but right now, the dead are rising again. They're walking the depths of earth. And are tuning in right now to the Tally Ho Show. Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everybody who is currently watching the show now or in the podcast. My name is the James of All Games, and welcome to the Tally Ho Halloween Special. Oh, thank you very much, thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us today. I fully hope you're going to enjoy yourself. And yes, we know Halloween may have passed, but in our hearts, Halloween is not finished until we've done a Halloween special, and that's what we're doing right now. So I hope you guys are sat back, relaxed, got yourself a nice brew, and hope you can join us for the next couple of hours as we take you through the pits of questions, the great adventure, and of course just some randomness that always seems to happen every time we do this podcast. But as always, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not alone. I've had to drag him out of hell for this, because Satan really wanted us to do the weekend shift. But today, he is here. Joining me today is, of course, the Tally to the Ho. It is, of course, the British Andy. Hello, sir. How the devil are you, good sir?
I'm spiffing. I am definitely the Tally to the Ho. You feel me? Diggity dog, dog, dog.
Yeah, don't ever do that again.
Yippee yo, cowboy, Jim West, Desperado. Anyway, yes, no, I'm good. I'm doing well. Yeah, like, apologies for, we were supposed to be doing it last weekend, this show, but stuff happened, so yay.
It's just,
lots of things happened last week, actually.
It seems to happen whenever we've got a show, we have it planned, and then all of a sudden it goes, is that you wanted to do the show today? Well, too bad. Click, and something goes horribly wrong.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah.
We've had Halloween. I mean, Halloween hasn't officially over yet until we do our show.
Nope.
So after this show, then Halloween will be over, and then the next episode will be like Christmas.
After this show, the Christmas tree's going up.
Oh god, isn't your tree already up?
Sure, it's still Halloween.
Yeah, you probably put like a skull on top of your tree, haven't you? As opposed to like a star.
I can neither deny nor confirm these comments or rumors.
Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, no, I'm pretty good. How have you been, James? That's the main thing. How have you been?
Well, I've been pretty damn good, thank you. I'm now, thanks to lockdown, I'm now forced to work at home, which, to be honest,
what an absolute shame.
I know, absolutely dreadful. I have to get up, I have to get changed, I have to go down to my computer, open it up, and I'll tell you what, I'm still late for work because the traffic's just fucking nightmarish getting into work.
I know, like, what, the traffic down the stairs followed by going down Kitchen Boulevard?
Yeah, I mean, there's
and then taking the motorway up to the living room? God damn.
And then going over, making yourself a cup of tea hill. It's just ridiculous, honestly, mate.
I can understand that.
But more importantly, mate, how the devil are you, good sir?
I'm good. Yeah, like I said, we've had a bit of a crazy week this past week with some what happened.
Yep.
Yeah. Which two people battled it out to win a country. Someone won. People are rejoiced. Other person is mad and wants to say that everything's rigged.
Hang on. Do you hear that? Do you hear that sound? It's the sound of sweet victory.
Yes, so we had that. You probably you'll know what was going on. We won't get into it too much. But apart from that, everything was great.
Fantastic. That's what I like to hear. And as far as I'm aware as well, as you probably realised as well, if you listen to the podcast or you're watching the stream live, we've actually dragged 2 other people from hell, haven't we, to join us tonight?
I know, yeah. Normally we have one person on the show. No, it's double whammy guest today.
We're doing well in the world. We now have 2 guests instead of 1. We're going up.
I know, going up in the world. Yeah, who knows? Maybe next time we'll have 10. That would be fun.
Oh dear Lord, that's a crisis and a half. Rabble. Guys, I'm rabble. Damn it.
That's exactly what would happen, and it will be glorious. 100-man tally-ho show, Kippi said. Yep, it'll be. We'll do a tally-ho battle royale to see who will come out on top.
Okay, but you and me are in the final because co-hosting and everything.
Well, we'll be the commentators, mate.
Oh, that works. I will happily do that.
There you go. But yes, joining us today, we've got two guests, and they're very good friends of both myself and James. And we wanted to come on the show for quite some time. We're just like, yeah, they're some really amazing people, and they do a lot of things on Twitch. And we just want to get to know them a little bit more and talk to them with their topics as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and theys and gentle thems, please give a big, warm welcome, Tally-Ho Show welcome to the one and only Kippi and Salem Stowaway.
Whoa, this vent needs cleaning. Hi.
Hey,
You had to hold your breath, didn't you?
Got the biggest applause. Had to add the applause for that.
It's very, very dusty in there.
Look, okay, I called the cleaner, right? And they told me they were gonna that the ETA would be from now till never. So
They said that 2 months ago, damn it!
I know, right? So we're still waiting on them.
What are
God,
we paying on them?
you know.
What are we paying them for, honestly?
I don't know. It's just
At this
for
rate,
some
I'll
reason.
need to do a little magic.
For some reason, it's like it's absolutely atrocious with their performance and cleaning stuff, but the customer service is really nice. I can't fathom that. That's why.
Yeah, Bob's pretty good actually at customer service. Can't fault him to a T.
I don't know how he does it. Jesus Christ.
I know, it's amazing. Bob, you genius, man, you. All these different jobs you're doing, but you always come through for us in the end.
Exactly. So yeah, this is what we have. We have Kippi and Salem on the show. How are you two doing today?
Doing fantastic.
I'm somehow alive.
That's mood.
That's a mood, but at least you're alive. That's the main thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I totally wasn't in the grave about 5 minutes ago.
Okay.
Don't worry, I was. I got out the
You
grave,
literally
I'm
were,
just
you
like,
were asleep.
I know, I'm just like, I woke up. We were supposed to do the show, like, if you were listening to this live, like 30 minutes earlier. But then there's me that's just like, I'm too tired. Let's just give it 30 minutes. I need to,
30 minutes will sleep. 30 minutes will sleep.
Exactly.
Past snooze.
Hey, once
No
again,
joke.
it took me like an hour to wake up.
Yeah, no joke. When I messaged you guys saying, "Can we go for 30 minutes?" Like, I slept for another 10. laid in
I
my bed for
bloody knew it.
fell asleep for 10 minutes, stayed in my bed for 5 minutes, and then got up for the next 15 minutes and made my tea and my breakfast and my OJ. So I'm now ready. I'm somewhat alive, still a little bit dead, but hey ho. But yes.
is it
So nothing
100%
brand new
okay?
for you then.
Oh yes. Well, I mean it's 99% OJ, unfortunately.
I was going to say, that would have been a lot of salt then if it was 100%.
Yeah, Jamie. Like, I love my salt, but I can't go that far on salt, especially with OJ.
Yeah, you better be careful with that. Salem is known to make people roll ones in that game.
Yeah, I've heard the rumors. So, yes.
Yeah.
But yes, as I say, we have got Kippi and Salem on the show. We'll be talking a little bit about them, get to know them a little bit, about what they do, what their favorite game is, least favorite game is, all of that jazz that we do for introductions. We've then got topics. So because we have two people on, we have decided, me and James are going to be sharing a topic. So we've discussed like what topic we want to discuss. Followed by that, we'll then have a topic with Supervisor Salem and a topic by Kippi. We've got some music and we've got a brand new adventure for James.
Woo!
Yep, no longer am I the James Snow, the bastard of the galaxy. I will now become James. What the hell's about to
James.
happen? Yes, that's what I am. I will become
I'm
James.
Just say it in that voice, James.
No, that just sounds creepy.
Fear not, citizens, for I am here, James.
Oh no, it's James.
It's the James.
Not the James.
The same James.
The gasp.
My God.
Le gasp, are we? Well, we in France, are we? Le gasp.
Yes.
Le
gasp.
no.
No, sacre bleu, the James.
You know what? I just have to j'accuse. That's what I have to do.
Oh yeah, well you guys are gonna have so much fun today during the Great Adventure, aren't you?
Yes.
Yes, because we've got like as we do with our shows when a guest comes on and has the great adventure, either my great adventure or James' great adventure, the guest will have a special power. As you might have known from last episode, that those powers can make or break the protagonist. With
yeah.
me, it freaking broke me.
I
Goddamn.
regret nothing.
Perfect.
Of course you regret nothing. Of course
I
you do.
approve.
Good.
Oh, we'll
good
just
for
have to
last
wait.
time.
We have to wait and see what happens later on. Oh, Asmo's mad because he's like, because he told me yesterday. He's like, oh, no tally ho show Sunday. I said, no, we pushed it. He said, when did you push it? Oh, it's a Tuesday. He's like, damn it. I said, what? You hate me. I said, what are you talking about? He's like, I wanted to listen to the show. How dare you change it?
Well,
I'm
he has
I'm
the
sorry.
He has the podcast I look forward to.
I told him that. He's like, yeah, but still. I said, well, then we got another show coming soon. He's like, okay.
Okay.
Okay, then, sure.
Well, for Asmo in the future, hello.
Hello, Asmo. You are listening to us
Hello,
from the
Asmo.
future. How is everything there? Have we finally got hover cars?
You know, we miss you, I think.
I don't. Just joking, I love you.
He's your boss, damn it. You should miss him.
Nah, that's why I don't miss him, because I see him like most every day.
He's bossing me around. Nah, no thanks.
He's bossing me around, he does. Yeah. What? How rude.
Also,
So yes.
shave your head again.
Anyway. So,
Anyone's
Why
moved
don't we get-
swiftly on.
yeah, we hope you enjoy the show. Let's get into some introductions. Starting with, we'll go ladies first. We'll go Salem. So Salem, let's
Hi.
talk a little bit about you. How did you get into playing video games, and what's your favorite and least favorite game? And then with the power of gaming, how the heck did you find Twitch TV?
Well, I've been gaming basically since I was a little kid, but I've recently got back into it, maybe when I was 16. I played a lot of games on the PlayStation 1, and my very first ever game that I've ever played, a combination of first stoned with 3 others, but the first one I properly played was Spyro the Dragon, which has been an absolute obsession for the past, how many years? 22?
It's also been an obsession of yours to kick Andy's ass at Spyro as well.
Yeah, that's a new determination for her now. So,
Oh, just a quick one. What is the scoreboard between you two?
well,
We're now tied up somewhat, technically speaking.
Disappointing.
are you meaning with just Spyro 1 or all 3 games?
All 3 games, the 2
You
Spyro
all-
1 races, and
You always kick my ass in like Spyro 1. That just always happens. I managed to beat you in Spyro 2, and then I managed to. That was a close one. Spyro, you and the Dragon. Like you were in the lead, I was in the lead, and then I screwed up. Then you were
everyone was in the
majorly.
lead.
You were majorly in the lead, and
And then moles.
then moles happened. And then I was majorly in the lead, and then Yeti freaking snowboarding race, and then you were
I
catching
almost
up.
caught up.
You almost caught up, and then I managed to do it, and I'm like, I'm gone. Yeah, the
Also-
races are super duper intense.
Also, just a quick shout out. Hello there, Poco 1991. How the devil are you? Thanks for
Hey.
joining us today.
Coco,
The banana lady
Coco.
is here.
Banana Queen.
Well, when it comes to the least favourite games, I really don't want to provide any spoilers for any excitement that's going to be happening in the show, so I will not be talking about that one just yet.
Oh, she's hiding something.
That's pretty suspicious.
That's pretty sus, actually. Hang on. Emergency meeting.
Self-report, calling it now.
I was in med bay just doing a scan.
Well, I was in the medical base venting. Oh shit! I mean,
Oh, see?
You're venting.
Is that why the vents were so dusty?
oh,
So-
this is
No,
my
no,
first.
no,
My
no,
first.
He was there venting pretty much. He was just like, look, I just need to get some things on my chest, all right? There's a few things that have been playing around on me.
I just don't understand.
Oh my goodness.
Aw.
Also,
But-
hello, Shan Can in the chat. Hello,
hello.
Shan.
Good to see you, Shan.
Hello, Shan.
Welcome
What-
to the Tally Ho Show.
But yes, how I got into Twitch. Well, Twitch actually isn't my first live streaming venture. I used to DJ on another website before that.
Traitor!
No, this was before
Hey,
Twitch, mate.
Before
Withdrawn,
Twitch,
withdrawn.
Like, honestly, it's about 2 years before I joined Twitch, honestly. And I played a lot of retro music. Rarely ever anything beyond the 21st century. So, yeah, it was just so much fun, such a good community, and it eventually led on to me getting into gaming a bit more as I found the backing track that I used for the original Spyro trilogy, and I just got absolutely obsessed with it yet again. So I found a YouTuber who inspired me to start streaming Spyro. Unfortunately, that didn't work out according to plan because my first ever stream was supposed to be its release date, 21st of September 2018. Yeah, when it got
Okay.
delayed, that kind of changed my game abruptly. So I played Crash Bandicoot instead.
Well, there are worse things to join up.
Indeed. And through looking through Spyro streams, that's how I happened to find the British Andy, and I've just been a regular in the chat ever since. And
Well, it became a regular very quickly because it was just like, hi, you're playing Spyro. I like Spyro. I'm like, oh, cool. Welcome. To like 3 months later, let's wins. Oh, Andy, stop failing. I'm like, 3 months, you've already become a regular in the stream already. You're trolling me already. Great stuff. I always have that way with people. Whenever someone random comes in, they're just like, they're always like hi, I'm new here. Welcome. 3 months later is a part of the group where everyone just starts trolling me. It's like, what? Why?
That makes way too much sense.
It's expected to happen, sadly.
It's always expected.
Yeah.
to happen,
you just magnetically attract trolls somehow.
Speaking of
apparently.
which, everyone who is currently watching this, or in the podcast, or in the stream itself, be sure to give the British Andy a follow. So in 3 months' time, you can then annoy him.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fun, believe me. And you can quote me on that as well. It's fun. Games of all games.
I mean,
All right.
coming from the person who just uses a platform from underneath him in Lego Harry Potter, yeah, it's so much fun.
But yeah, it was kind of funny actually. That it's like, we first met playing Spyro and stuff. So, well, when you said you were doing DJ stuff, where were you doing your DJ work on before you came onto Twitch?
Right. It's a little known website. Have you ever heard of the game Habbo Hotel?
Yes.
Yes, I do. I remember that.
I used to DJ on Habox.
No.
Yeah. Hold up, James.
Wait, James, did you used to listen to that radio station?
I did. I remember that.
Do you remember DJ Retro by any chance?
I think I remember a little bit like that. Yeah.
Because I had a weekly show, which is basically pure before the millennium and nothing else.
Oh my god! I didn't know that. That's one of my favourite shows.
I thought I was wondering for a moment whether you might have been a James that I actually knew. He said there was another James. He happened to be the head of the department.
Ah, right, okay.
Oh my god, that would have been hilarious.
That would have been bloody hilarious, yeah.
Still a small world though that you did radio on Habbo, and then all of a sudden James here is like, oh my god, I used to listen to that. It's like, there you go.
My long search is complete. I now know who it was.
I know the DJ from all those years ago.
It's such a throwback. It really is. About
cool.
me.
That's awesome. That's cool that it's like
really, really cool.
it's like same for me. It was like I did like DJ work and James will know on Radio Sega because James we used to be like before we did the Tally Ho show. like I'd get James on my show as like a special guest, and it worked so well that we tried to get him on as like a temporary co-host every now and then because apparently people enjoyed both of our banter.
The Sunday Fun Day, yeah, that was so much fun.
That was it. And then like we just decided to go, let's just make our own podcast, and then the Tally Ho Show was born. So beautiful.
And 2 seasons in, we're still here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, we're still here.
Pending lawsuits.
Yeah, yes. and DMCA's if we play a song that apparently is in a video game, but still might be a DMCA, so we might get in trouble. Who knows? We're just gonna take the risk, cause sod it.
You only live once, damn it.
Exactly, YOLO it, baby, just YOLO.
I mean, DMCA is the pure reason I didn't pick my first choice because Warner Brothers.
Well then.
Damn them.
Damn them Warner Brothers. Dear. But yeah, Stone, thank you, Salem, for that. Thank you for talking a little about yourself. Moving on to the Kipster, Mr. Kippy.
Hello.
Is it
Hi, the Kippy.
He's been very patient.
Le Mudkip.
The
So
Mudkip. Oh, go ahead.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. Like, how did you get into gaming? What's your favorite or least favorite game? And then, how did you get into doing, like, say, project work and also Twitch work as well? How did you get into Twitch?
Ooh, got a bit to say. All right, well, I've been playing since I was actually a little kid. The first game console that I've ever, well, I guess not really a console, it's a handheld. The first one I played, it was on the Game Boy Color, and me being a mudkip, I mean, the first game I played was in fact a Pokemon game, but it was either Pokemon Crystal or Pokemon Yellow. I could never remember which one it was, but I want to say it was Crystal. And yeah, I was honestly just kind of hooked from then, and I've still been playing games up to this day. From various consoles I got from Nintendo, mostly from Nintendo and Sony. I did have a little Xbox experience. Oh man.
Join the dark side.
Yes. Yes. Well, actually, I mean, I have no reason to really join the dark side because I got a PC. I don't need an Xbox anymore. Haha.
That's a fair point, actually. Yeah.
By the way, those two consoles are coming out soon, aren't they?
Yeah.
I think they're both. Are they both out next week?
I believe so. Yeah.
They're looking really good.
Yeah, I've seen a few people like already got like an Xbox super early on, which is just like, so
lucky
nice.
bastards.
Yeah, I know, right?
I know, right?
Oh well, I personally have no need for one. I have a really good PC. For
there you go.
and all that. And
you don't need anything else.
But I've basically just been mostly a fan of Nintendo and Sony games, with my favorite games being from the Zelda series, from the Pokemon series, especially from the side series games like Colosseum on the GameCube, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon on the DS, and all that. And as for how I got onto Twitch, so I mean I've been watching YouTube for quite a while too when I was younger, and I really like watching all the Let's Players out there, all the popular Let's Players out there. To name a few, I think one of the first one I watched was Chugga Conroy, and he was pretty popular at the time, and he still is big to this day. And I've just been skimming YouTube every now and then, and one of the YouTubers that I found, I didn't know this at the time, but they also streamed live on Twitch, and it was just like, oh, this guy's pretty cool. I should try to see if I can catch him on live. I should just make an account and see if I can get on there. And then I managed to catch one of the streams, and not knowing it at the time, but catching that one stream connected me to a whole bunch of other streamers because of that. Because I found I found someone who I'm sure you and a lot of other people are familiar with, Andy, Canadian counterpart.
Yes. Mr. Andy Man, who we had on the show last year, actually. So,
yeah.
That's right, I remember that. But yeah, so yeah, I got rated to his channel, and there's just like, I think he was playing Mario Kart Wii at the time, So it's just like, and decided to drop them a follow, and throughout the years, I've really enjoyed just being on Twitch and interacting with the streamer in the chat, and even just joining in on some multiplayer, so like Mario Kart, Smash, and to say some other games too.
It's great that you can sort of. It's great. That's one of the things I love about Twitch. Is you can just randomly join somebody's Twitch channel, and the next thing you know, you're surrounded by that community. You just think, yeah, these guys are awesome. I want to join them.
Yeah. That's exactly how I got onto Twitch. How I just kind of got onto a lot of channels. Yeah, and I just been kind of wandering places, but one of these days I decided, you know what, I should try streaming myself, see how it would go, and then so I would start off with some of my favorite games on there. And I believe I started streaming back in 2014. And I mean, never really had like a most consistent schedule, but I usually always like to stream for fun, honestly, playing whatever I want. And in fact, last year that this PC that I was talking about, I actually built this, so there's a lot of games that I can just play. Although I haven't really had too much time. But it certainly did upgrade my streaming, and also a bunch of other projects. In fact, one of the projects that I did work on because of Twitch, I worked on making my own Twitch bot, which
That's pretty.
Yes, the legend.
The legend, the myth, the Kippi bot. He's sleeping though. He's on strike at the moment.
he's on strike.
He's on strike. Yep.
Oh God, ladies and gentlemen, the machines are taking over.
Oh no! Oh no!
That's how it starts. The Kippi bot will rise up.
I think Kippi bot's just jealous because I tend to do his job for him.
You will be his first target, Salem.
Oh no! Oh no! I'm gonna protect you when that happens. And, he's probably gonna team up with like Nightbot or something too, because there's just like a me and Nightbot I've had a little feud for the past few years. Just like
We do not talk about that, Yandere.
Unfortunately, he's in the chat though, so he showed himself in the chat. And he just let himself in here, like, "Hey guys, how's it going?"
And our creepy voice as well.
Yeah.
Hello there. Shut.
Hi, friends.
Hi, friend.
No, Nightbot, where are my stocks?
Occasionally, every now and then, Kippi bot appears somewhere, and it's just like, uh-oh.
like really, dude? You gotta come in here and ruin our days?
Oh, you're making it sound like it's coming through the door like The Shining. Here's Kippi.
Here's Kippi bot.
Here's Kippi bot. Jeez, he probably is like hearing us right now. He's just like he's waiting to get in here, make his moment.
No, we're probably accelerating it now because he knows we're onto him.
That's exactly what it is. As soon as you talk to him, he just shows up. Oh, yeah, I guess he must be sleeping right now. You know what? Good. Stay asleep.
I just heard the vent rattle.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
I don't
No.
think it's asleep.
He's not in the vent. Well, I mean, Kippi bot's been suspicious for many years, so
Oh wait, never mind. I just checked the vent. It's a pupper. We're fine.
Oh, that's
Oh, that's good.
I'm just
Also,
saying.
why is there a pupper in the freaking vent, James?
James,
Why is Buddy in the vent?
James, what?
He keeps running away from me. I just show him nothing but love.
Well, you see, I found my dog in the vent. What is he doing there? How'd
Maybe
you
that-
get over here?
Maybe they're trying to discuss how they can get more treats from us.
I mean, that would be a good explanation.
That's very true.
That's true. They do want all the treats.
Actually, there was a question I want to ask both of you two as well, because it's really been on my mind. Your names, they're brilliant. Kippi00 and SalemStowaway. I just need to ask, how did you get those names? Or where did you decide, actually, you know what, that's going to be my Twitch name.
Well, my name initially started off with the plan of being my YouTube name. Because I have played a lot of Town of Salem, and I mean a lot, since before the Covenant expansion even came out. I've probably got close to 2,000 total hours, both on and off Steam, in that game.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to do YouTube videos on it, and then it led to Minecraft, and I didn't really do much of Town of Salem on it, but SalemStowaway. I'm British, so obviously I'm not in Salem, Massachusetts, so it made sense.
That's pretty good, actually. I like that a lot. How about you then,
man.
Kippi? How about yours?
Well, part of my name is based on just stuff I like. I mean, so the Kip part comes from Mudkip. I just axed out the mud, so because I'm a Pokemon fan.
Plus, you want to be nice
So
and
I tried-
clean.
Yeah, I want to be nice and clean. Just get all this mud off me, you know. Kind of want to come here nice and fresh. Although honestly, now the event happened and then that sort of got ruined. Now I'm feeling all dusty. I gotta brush all this dust off. Ugh. All right. And so after that, I just used the math term pi because I am quite a math nerd. And 000, I kind of took the inspiration from James Bond 007, you know.
Okay, then. That's pretty
Yeah,
good.
so I just put the zeros on at the back instead of the front.
I like that. I suppose it includes of Kippi00 Double O
Yeah,
Kippi. Double O Kippi. Double O Kip.
Double Kippi. I mean, I do have an alias, OK. OK right here.
I knew it. I called it.
The
There you go.
name is Kip, Mudkip.
Let's
Double
just the
OK
pie.
sounds like an interesting mashup between James Bond and Men in Black.
By God.
Which reminds
Picturing
me,
that
I'm gonna
now.
watch that again.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the origin of my name for sure. It's a name I've used a lot on a lot of sites.
That's awesome. That's really cool. Well, thank you, Kippi and Salem, for telling us a little bit about yourselves, and
No
you know, for
problem.
people
No problem at
listening in live or on the podcast, they get to know, like, you know, some more info about who you are and what you have done and what you do now, which is really cool. So, James, shall we get on and do some? Should we do some topics?
I think we should, good sir. So, ladies and gentlemen, as if you have seen the show before, you will know that essentially we go through different topics, and then we go on to some music, more topics, music, great adventure, etc., etc., etc. But for those of you who are currently in the chat right now, be sure to give us tell us what you think of your ideas for it. And for those of you who are listening to this via the podcast, then check out what we're saying, and then be sure to join us in for the stream next time, and maybe you can even put your own ideas into it. But we're going to start off first, of course, with mine and Andy's. So, basically, it's a Halloween special. There's no getting about it. We've got to talk something regarding Halloween, and I think the best way that we can tell about Halloween is essentially what comes with Halloween the most, and that is horror and scariness. So, my and Andy's questions for Kippi and Salem, each other, and for the guys in our chat is essentially your scariest gaming moment. So, I'm going to open the floor first up to Andy. Andy, tell us what your scariest gaming moment of all time is.
Superman 64.
I knew it.
I knew that was coming up.
Absolutely terrifying and mentally scarred me for the rest of my life that I can never escape it. And BA Lex. Yeah, and Lex wins. Lex wins. That's all it is. That's all I'm going to see now until the day I die. It's just going to be... What was his final words? Oh, look. Lex wins again. What a surprise.
Oh look, Lex wins again. What a surprise.
Yeah, but I mean, if we're gonna be serious, I mean, no, that's just a troll game. It's a game that people just want to watch me to make me suffer.
Hey, no, that perfectly demonstrates the scariest gaming moment. It doesn't have to be a horror film. It could be something that you you are struggling to sleep with, because that just comes up in your nightmares.
I mean, that made me, at like 3 years ago, I was having like nightmares with that game. So, you know, but Nah, there's quite a few games. See, scariest for me, I mean, when I was growing up, the most scariest game for me would have been Super Mario 64. Now, I know you might think to yourself, like, but that's a Mario game. How can you be scared of that? mate, Bowser was freaking terrifying. Like, going into his, like level in order to face him. Like, as a kid, I was, like, shaking holding the controller. And then first time I saw Bowser, no joke, I turned off the console and I ran in my bed and I hid under the covers. I was
Oh, bless you.
literally
That was last week, wasn't it?
Shut up. Look, all right, it still haunts me to this day. Can't help it. But like, no, I was like, as a kid, I was terrified. I was just seeing him like in his like polygonness, like just like how he looks and hearing the music and just hearing that. I'm just like, nope, turn off. I can't do this. I actually had I was so terrified. I had to get a friend to, can you help me beat Bowser so I can get to the basement? He's like, oh, can't you beat him? I'm like, no, I'm just scared. So he played it, and I hid under my covers going, have you beaten him yet?
Oh,
I was a weird kid. I was a weird kid back then. I don't know why I was scared, because like I think how old was I? Was I like 8? I think 8 years old. And then become what? I'm like 13, and then I play it again, and I'm like, why was I scared? What's wrong with me? Like, God. But yeah, that was a scary gaming moment for me growing up.
Honestly, to a little kid, I understand why you were terrified.
I will say I'm honestly surprised that it wasn't the piano in that boo level. That thing terrified me when I heard it.
Yeah, one is a bang, just moves. Like, shit.
Yeah, you get too close and then it tries to eat you. It's like,
it's like, oh God.
It's like, go away from me.
You don't realize, like, there's some dark things in that game. Like, you know, like some that would terrify you as a child. Like, looking at it now, you look at it, you're like, yeah, there is some really like stuff that can really scare a kid. It's like, God. But yeah, like, I think one other thing, like, scary gaming moment, playing Outlast is just a scary gaming moment in its own. Like, if you don't know what that is, it's like a first-person horror game where you're going into like a mental asylum, and you're like a journalist, and all you have is a video camera with night vision, and oh, Jesus, that can be that is a whole other kettle of fish, pretty much. Like, that game, playing through that's like terrifying, especially when you're trying to run away from like evil entities, and like they're so fast, and it's like you're just like running and you turn the camera to see where it is, and it's like it's right behind you. You're like, crap. And then you get stuck on a wall, and then it grabs you, and then it's like it does terrible things to you, and it's not nice. So yeah, that's I think for me would be my scariest gaming moments would be like N64, playing Super Mario as a kid, and then Outlast. Outlast was just, that's terrifying.
It looks really terrifying.
It's very good for what it's worth. Like, it can give you, like, it's a thrill seeker, and it can scare the living daylights out of you. So yeah, if you're ever thinking about, maybe I haven't played Outlast 2 yet. I played the Whistleblower DLC. That's remotely, like, that's more disturbing than terrifying, to be honest, with the stuff that you go through. It's like, oof, yeah, no.
I've really never played Outlast, so I'm not sure. I've never been, but I've heard how scary it is. I really want to play it just to see how bad it is.
Yeah, good luck.
Honestly,
that's all I'm gonna say. Just good luck. Maybe do it for next Halloween, James.
Yeah, it might be an idea. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay, who's next to talk about their scariest gaming moments?
Let's open the floor to eeny, meeny, miny, you, Kippi.
Alrighty, well, I actually haven't really played all that many horror games, so I don't have too many moments from those. But there is one that I can think of as a kid. When I kind of already mentioned the piano. I don't even want to talk about that. But
Don't worry, you're in a safe spot.
Alright, but anyways, there was one when I was playing Resident Evil 4 when I was younger. I was playing it on the GameCube, and that game was just terrifying to me. It's like I was like always on my toes, just wherever I went. Especially in the part of the game where you would shoot someone, their body would fall over, and you think, oh yay, they're dead. But then all of a sudden, there's a parasite that literally comes right out of their body, and that just creeped me out, dude. I didn't want any part of that. It's actually because there's different types. There's one that even just like tries to bite your head off, and it's just like, ooh.
Oh god.
Yeah, no.
And then, not to mention, there's a lot. There's another thing that terrorized me is that all the chainsaw dudes in that game. I just like, get me away, please. I don't want to come near you. In fact, I would even just like, even after I killed them, I would just keep shooting that at them, even when their body disappeared. I wanted to make sure they were dead.
Just empty our full magazine. I make it sure you are down. Right, what was that for? I saw a flint.
Stop! He's already dead.
No, he's not. That's why I'm shooting still.
I saw him flinch. Bang. Again, bang. Are you sure that's not the muscles, like, you know, contracting because, he just
He's
died?
flinching because you're shooting him. I don't care. Bang.
that as well. That as well. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So yeah, that was definitely my scariest gaming moment. Although I guess I will touch briefly. I will mention that with the Super Mario 64 piano, when I saw that for the first time, I kind of just like quit out of the game and I just didn't touch it for a week after that. I just did not want to.
You know how I feel. You know how I feel with that game growing up.
Yeah.
God.
I will say though, Bowser didn't scare me. The piano scared me.
Oh my goodness.
So there's a lot of terrifying things in the N64 and all that.
Oh yeah.
In N64 games, I think like N64 games in general have like just like a dark side. I don't know why. Like some N64 games are just like, oh my god. When you play them as a kid, you just think, ha ha ha, this is fun. And when you're growing up, you're like, oh my god.
What the hell is this?
I remember
They have a dark side. They don't even have cookies.
Man.
Yeah,
that
good
was a
point.
rip-off.
What a rip off indeed. No cookies, disgraceful.
No cookies, no deal, damn it.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, Kippi. So, we shall move on to Salem then. So, what is your scariest gaming moment of all time, Salem?
Well, I kind of have two moments. One when I was a kid, and then one that, it's 1.5 as a kid because same series, and one that happened fairly recently that I think everyone here has actually witnessed now. At least everyone in the call. But as a kid, with Spyro, I was absolutely terrified both of the trees in Misty Bog and the bushes in Fracture Hills. I got scared the crap out of for the first time that I encountered the bushes in particular, because they just came out of nowhere and ate the dragon. So I was like, okay then, guess I need more health to face those, because they are fast.
Oh yeah, when like they come at you and you're trying, you press the flame button like too late. It's like and munch.
And they just look really terrifying on the original version. They don't look nearly as scary as they did when they got reignited. However, the Misty Bog variant looks even more terrifying than it used to. It looks more like a recognizable tree with teeth, and it's absolutely creepy. But I'm not as scared of them as I was back then. However, the sorceress in Spyro 3, I had a nightmare involving her. She absolutely terrified me as a kid, even more so than... Well, I used to watch Zelda Showdown, and I had a nightmare of We Are as a Human.
That was a good show, and I loved Wooga. She was brilliant.
I love it.
She was a terrifying human, but...
Oh yeah, absolutely
Oh
terrifying.
my god.
So
The
much.
sorceress is worse.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh, yeah.
But the most recent scare that's actually topped the Sorceress was in a multiplayer game. Little game known as Minecraft. Not the usual jump scares that you'd expect from, say, creepers exploding, skeletons shooting you from nowhere. I play a lot of minigames, and most often I play Murder Mystery. I had like 3 close calls in one round with the murderer, and I don't know how I lived, let alone one. I ran through the knife twice, it was that close, and my heart was racing by the end of it. And both Andy and Kippi were watching it live as it happened as well.
Mm-hmm.
I really wish I had a heart rate monitor, because that would have been through the roof.
You're just immune to knives. That's it. You're just like stab. Haha! I'm not affected.
Well, I mean, she is the one with the knife. In fact, she even has. In fact, one of her emotes is literally her holding a knife.
There you go.
Nah, I'm a crewmate, promise.
Uh-huh. What that email code say? It says imposter. Salem's imposter.
Yeah, that's how you
Yep.
spell. That's how you spell crewmate.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, don't worry,
Okay.
we believe you.
So,
Okay, so you're the third imposter. Got it.
very close second when it comes to the scares on multiplayer games. This one here is a culprit.
Which one? There's 3 of us.
Among Us, Kippi first time I encountered him as an imposter. He only goes and stabs me in the back when I trusted him completely.
Oh.
You can never trust it. Even if it's your own partner, you can't trust anyone in Among Us.
No, you can't.
It's the rule. I mean, I could go over and and stab James in the back. I mean, granted.
Granted, you
not
need to...
playing Among Us.
Yeah, I was about to
I'll
say,
do
you
it
need to play
anyway.
Among Us first, though, buddy.
Yeah, but I mean, we've done it before. We stabbed each other in the back before Among Us was cool.
Yeah, exactly.
That's amazing.
I'm genuinely surprised no one has made a horror version of Among Us.
There's a VR
yes.
version of Among Us. If you go to VR chat, there's someone's made like a full game where if you have a VR headset, you can play Among Us.
Oh, fuck, I am playing that.
Oh my god.
So
I want
mean, you
to
can play
see
it in
this.
you can play it in desktop mode, but it's like, oh man, just to play VR Among Us would just be amazing.
Yeah, play it
Oh,
first person view. Oh
that
my
would
God.
be freaky.
That'd be terrifying.
Imagine just watching yourself die in there. That would be
Apparently, you just get kicked out of the ship. You literally, if you get voted out, you're just like boing, and then you just fly out into space. I'm like, oh, that's
Oh
funny.
my god, I want to see this so much.
Imagine just flying through the air in VR going, space! I just see this.
It's like, okay, like, Blue's imposter, vote him out. It's like, fine, vote me out. That means I'm going to one place that isn't corrupted by capitalism. Blue's been voted out. Spice!
Surely with a VR of Among Us and horror modes, that would be great if when you get voted out, there's actually a video of you get chucked out into the airlock. It just shuts, and you just all around, and then you hear the alarms going off, and then the doors open, you just see yourself fly out.
Yes,
I mean-
please.
If you had that in VR, Jesus Christ, that'd be a trip.
That would be terrifying.
Man, I mean, I played, what game was it? It was Super Hot VR, and there was like one time where it said look down, and you look down and you free fall. Jesus Christ, my legs turned to jelly, because it's just like you look up, you're like, oh! It's true, you get that feeling, because you think you're falling, and you're like, oh! It's really, really terrifying, even though you're just standing still on like solid ground. Like you have a VR headset on, you look down, you're falling, you're like, oh my god! It's actually, you feel like you're falling.
There's a VR one I remember watching, and it's essentially you go into a lift, it takes you all the way up to the top of a building, and all there is just a plank of, no floor, just a plank of wood in front of you, with a cake at the end, and you sort of have to walk across to get the cake. But you just look down, you just see like 3 like 500 feet up. You're like, shit! Don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. I know I'm in VR, but don't fall.
I must get the cake. I want the cake.
The cake's important.
That sounds cool. It really does.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right. Well, I think we got through. I think it's time to do our conclusions. I think now, isn't it, Mr. James?
Well, I haven't done mine yet, but yeah, if you want to.
Say James hasn't done this.
Oh, I see, Eddie. You want to move on, do ya?
Yeah, pretty much.
You know, James, fuck you. I don't care about you.
Exactly.
Andy just
And
like,
now for something completely different.
Andy just like, who's James? Get out.
Yeah, who's James? Meh.
What's James' the scariest moment? It's me. Right, moving on.
Yeah, exactly. So, okay, James, what's your scariest gaming moment?
Well, no, I don't want to say it. Now you've done that.
Oh my god, here we go.
Oh boy.
But in the interest, I shall go ahead anyway. There's a couple
You
of ones
got
that.
our support.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. Democracy, yay! The main one that really scared me was when I was younger. I played a game called Maximo, which is actually where this theme tune's from. And there was the bit right at the end where you've defeated the final boss, and you thought, yes, it's all over. And you're about to go through, and you go into a room where your wife is, your queen. And you walk up and you basically give her a hug and you say it's all over with. And then all of a sudden, the chandelier on top with the candles just start rocking back and forth. And then she starts laughing, and I mean maniacally laughing. You're like, alright, what's going on? And then the next thing you know, she turns into this big fuck off demon spawned from hell. And you're like, holy shit. And if that doesn't make it worse, right at the end of this cutscene, she blows out all the candles, and then you just get chucked right into this game. There's no music. All you hear in the background is just the heartbeat, and you just see this. And the whole level itself is completely dark, and every so often you'll see lightning strike the window, and you'll just see this monster jumping around, like going from one side of the room to the other. And then these bright yellow lights just look at you. And you're like, fuck, where are they? Where are they? Where are they? Where is she? Where is she? And then the lightning goes off again. The next thing you know, she's right behind you. And she just basically scratches you. And you lose a lot of life from it. It's like, what? You're like, Jesus Christ, where'd she come from? And you try hitting her, and she's buggered off. And then the whole thing just repeats itself. And you're like, I don't like this. I don't like this. Where are you?
See the one thing that when you said like you hug your wife and it's like it's over and then she turns into this demon, I know most people would be like, oh my god, but some people would be like, jackpot.
No, some people will just look at that and just go, that's hot.
Yeah, that's hot. Because there's some filthy so-and-sos in this world. Tell me about it.
Oh yeah, that was definitely one of them because it terrified me when I was a kid. Just basically swinging my sword and hoping for the best. And 9 times out of 10, I just get killed from her. And it's just really freaked me out. But a more recent one was actually Subnautica. The very first time I saw a Reaper Leviathan. And I basically, for those of you who've never played the game before, you're essentially on this, Subnautica is essentially you're on this planet just full of water. And your job is to try and escape the planet by basically collecting, like Minecraft, but an underwater theme. And you have to go really deep underground to look for equipment to get yourself, to make up more stuff. And the first time I did it, all I heard was just roar for the background. And I'm in my little submarine, and I'm just searching around going, what was that? And because it's dark around, because it's nighttime as well, so I can't see shit. I'm like, okay, maybe it's just my imagination. Maybe I just heard something else. And as I drove down, all I heard was, I forget. Oh shit! There was something there now. There was something there. Again, it's dark. I can't see anything. And then, as I'm just jumping along even a bit more, I'm thinking, okay, careful. And then I just hear this massive roar. And I mean, it sounds like it's right next to my ear. And I'm terrified at this point. I'm like, what the hell was that? Before I even get to react, this monster has grabbed hold of my submarine and is shaking it all over the place. And the monster's face is right where you can see the screen. And he then just screams again, roars, and you're like, fuck, get me out, get me out, get me out, get me out. He finally lets go of you. And then you try and run away, but he's fucking quick. He grabs you again, and then just shakes you about. And by this time, my health is really, really low. I take one more hit. That's it. I'm dead. And I'm like, fuck. I am trying to get the hell out of there so quickly. And then all of a sudden, I hear this roar again. I'm like, no, please, no. Yep. Bang. Gets me again for the third time. Crushes my submarine. And then he just starts swimming away, and I'm fucking trying to go as high as I can to get to the surface. I'm like, please don't eat me, please don't eat me, please don't eat me, please don't eat me. For about 20 minutes, that's all I'm thinking. For about 5 minutes or so, that's all I'm thinking is, please don't eat me, as I'm trying to get as fast as I can to the surface. And I made it at long I made it, luckily. And luckily, the monster doesn't come within, if you're a certain depth. I got there, I swam all the way back, and I avoided going there for the rest of the time I played that game. There was something important down there as well, but I outright refused to go back because I know.
Well, it sounds like you had fun with that sardine can.
Excuse me, my Steve Moth came well. My Steve Moth was perfect, but that monster destroyed it.
You just need a more reliable one, pretty much, James.
I think the Cyclops has still got attacked. But at that time, I was aware of what he was doing, so I actually got my my Cyclops, and I finally got myself a little stasis gun. I shot it, and it basically kept it in place. I was like, right, knife time. This is for all the times you scared the crap out of me. And then it wore off, and then he ate me. So, you know.
No. Oh, he ate you. No.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
We should bring the Leviathan on to stream and ask how you tasted.
Yeah, I can just imagine him just sitting there going, excuse me, terribly sorry about that. Yes, I believe he was a little bit too fatty, maybe a bit too chewy for my tastes.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. We'll make sure to get you another survivor in the next few days.
Yes, we'll make sure he's for the we'll make sure he's got barbecue sauce inside him as well.
Will do, sir. Will do.
But yeah, that was
imagine like the freaking Leviathan with like a posh accent. Excuse me, I have a little bit of a complaint with the latest.
Expect a lot of random stuff from me tonight.
From all of us. Expect a lot of random stuff from all of us.
Pretty much.
I can imagine that. I'd like to return this human. I'd like to return this human from this very boutique. Oh, yes, see here. What's wrong with him? I'll tell you what's wrong with him, my lad. It's scrap. That's what's wrong with him. It's not juicy. It's not minty. Look at the bones of that. It's tiny. I can use it as a toothpick.
You know what's wrong with him? He's dead.
No, he's just resting.
Resting his eyes.
He's pining for the fjords.
He's having a nap. A very, very long nap.
The only reason he's standing on the perch is because he nailed his feet to the floor.
Oh, if I didn't do that, he would have zoomed out of the stage. Look, my lad, this Leviathan this human would have zoomed and have stuck 20,000 bolts up its ass. I love the fact though, Salem, you and me are basically quoting something that we know and we love. We've got Andy and Kippi going, the fuck are they talking about? 24,000 bolts up his ass?
Pretty much. Pretty much. I'm just drinking my orange juice while you're talking.
24,000 bolts up his ass? What the hell is James into?
One of the greatest comedy sketches of all time.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Fair enough.
Okay.
No. Are we now conclusion?
Now we may do a conclusion, Andy.
Okay. Good stuff. So let's start off with me because I started. So yeah, scariest gaming moment has to be Super Mario 64, growing up as a kid, Bowser scared the crap out of me, had to hide under the covers, had to get a friend to beat him for me in order for me to progress to the next level. As I grew up, I'm like, why was I scared of him? I was such a wuss. But yeah, that was a thing. And Outlast Whistleblower. Terrifying game. Very, very all kinds of weird, but very fun. I'd highly recommend it if you wanna have like a good spook in a way, a good spook. Let's go to Kippi.
Yep, scariest moment for me was just Resident Evil 4 chainsaw dudes. What was it? The parasites, get them all away from me. It's a good game, but get those all away from me, please. Die. and then as a bonus, the piano from Mario 64.
All right. See, I had Bowser, Kippi had the piano. So there you go. That game is officially creepy for all kids that play it.
Now I just cringe whenever I see a piano. It's like, ugh, don't eat me.
Oh, look at that lovely piano. Oh god.
Okay, Max!
Don't eat me, please. Salem.
Well, Spyro eating trees, both in Spyros 1 and 2, and the Sorceress in Spyro 3, but they have all been topped by Minecraft and actual people playing it.
Well, I mean, people just playing games in general scare the crap out of me.
Especially multiplayer like GTA Online.
Yep.
But I mean, seeing a sword in your face in first-person view is pretty horrifying, especially when you see it twice.
Yeah, it's a wee bit.
Imagine that in VR. Holy crud.
Oh god.
Please no. At least not to me. To Andy, sure.
Oh, wow.
I can just imagine. Sorry, go ahead, mate.
You guys.
No, go ahead,
I was going
mate.
to say, and that's the end of the conclusions, guys. It's on to the music. Oh, wait, sorry, James.
Yeah, funny bastard, aren't you?
I am, yes. I try.
Yes, you're a funny bastard. There you go, go rim shot here, enjoy. And so
Beautiful.
my one is the final boss level on Maximo, Ghost of Glory, and the Reaper Leviathan from Subnautica. Both absolutely terrified me, and they are both of those incidents I'm gonna have to consult a therapist to finally get over. Eventually, anyway.
Yeah, eventually.
We'll get there when we get there.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay then, so that is the end of the first bit. I hope you guys are thoroughly enjoying yourselves. And we're going to move on now to our very first music choices of the night. And those music choices is, of course, by the Mr. British Andy. So, Andy, what's our first music choice?
Yes, we've got a couple of games, very classical games actually. We start things off with a song from a PS1 horror game by the name of 40 Winks. I don't know if any of you guys might remember that game back in the day, but enjoy the tune from there. And then we got a game from the Nintendo Entertainment System, but it's from a very well-known movie franchise, Friday the 13th.
That sounds fantastic. So I hope you guys can keep... Fucking hell, I screwed that up there, didn't I? Well, yay!
Well done, James.
Take two. Well, again, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys can enjoy what you're listening to and join us for the next batch. But right now, we're going to start things off with Splash Bash City from 40 Wigs. And you're listening in to the Tally Ho Show with me, James.
Me, Andy.
And our special guest stars, Kippi and Salem.
Yeah.
Hello, and enjoy.
We shall be back.
Enjoy the music.
Enjoy. We'll be right back after this.
Don't go away.
There are 3 things you can do to obtain a happy, healthy life. Eat your 5 fruit and veg a day, explore the world, and listen to the Tally Ho Show podcast with Andy and James. The first 2 are optional.
listening to the Tally Ho Show with Andy and James. And now, ladies and gents, come closer, gather round, and I'll tell you an epic tale of a seafaring British man filled with poor judgment, utter lunacy, and unbearable levels of cockiness. And that's just when he's making a decision. Welcome to James's Great Adventure.
Cabin fever. And then from 40 weeks, Splish, Splash, I was taking a bath, sissy. So yes, hope you enjoyed those. So yeah, now it's time for James's Great Adventure. Pretty much what we have is for this little segment, I have an adventure book. James also has an adventure book for my adventure, but this is James's turn now. And pretty much we go through the book where James is having an adventure. Last time he was James Snow, the bastard of the galaxy.
And that was a right bastard, I'll have you know, good
You're
sir.
a right old bastard, you were. But now he is not James Snow, the bastard of the galaxy. He is now James, as we discussed before we started the show.
Yep, that sounds about right.
There you go. So yeah, this is what we're going to be doing. As you see, James' Great Adventure, as you see on your screen. If you're watching this live on the show on stream, you see this. You've got enemy rolls, James's rolls, all of that fun stuff. Because this adventure book, as the same what James had with my adventure book, is made by some really absolute legends. The one that I've got, James's new adventure, is called Deathtrap Dungeon by Ian Livingstone. So thank you to Ian Livingstone for making these amazing books. And there's some battle sequences as well. So, you got the enemy roll and James's roll, depending on who has the higher dice roll, does the attack, and so on and so forth. So James could survive, or James might die. Who the hell knows? It just have to wait and see when we go in this adventure book.
We are about to find out indeed.
Yes. And because we have two guests on, we have Kippi and Salem. So, every time we always have a guest on the show, there's always a special power. The guest always brings a special power for the protagonist. So for this, we've got a bit of a yin and yang type power for both our guests. Kippi has the power of double damage. So, and this is both of them can be a bittersweet situation. So if Kippi goes when we're in a fight going, I want to use my power I want to use my power for this fight. Depending on who has the higher roll, James or the enemy, the winning person with the highest roll will inflict double damage on their opponent. So James might get a high roll, inflict double damage on the enemy, good stuff. Or the enemy might get a higher roll, inflict double damage on James, not a good time. So pretty much, James has got to hope that he gets a higher dice roll. But Salem could come in at one point, maybe on the same fight or on another fight, who knows, and might go, I want to inflict half damage. Salem has the power to, cut the damage by half. So it's a case of James might want to have a low roll on that because the enemy might want to inflict half damage on James. Not a problem. That's all fine. But if James gets a higher roll and he has say the final blow to defeat the enemy, but he has a high roll and has to inflict half damage, the enemy might still be alive. So it's a case of hope you get a high roll if you got double damage, or hope you don't get a high roll when you have half damage, because it's a case of keeping your fingers crossed.
Yeah, but also they don't have to just stick around for the actual journey itself, because they can actually guide me on where they want to go. So it could be a case of both Kippi and Salem might tell me to go in one direction, and I might want to go in the other direction. So it'll be depending on where we want to go, because they might think, you know what, go down there and die. Go on, James, you know you want to.
Yeah.
It's completely up to what Kippi and Salem do. Which means my fate is potentially in their hands, which is already...
You can trust us.
Which is already terrifying, isn't it?
You can trust Kippi.
You say that, but you never know.
We'll have to see, won't we?
To wait and see. So, James, Are you ready?
I am ready for my great adventure.
All right. Well, we have a bit of a background, so let's go through the background story. As James jumps in and descends into the Deathtrap Dungeon.
Here we go.
Despite its name, Fang was an ordinary small town in the northern province of Chiang Mai, situated on the banks of the River Cook. It made a convenient stop.
Sorry, the river what?
Cook.
Oh my god.
Okay. All right.
Oh my god.
Ah, 2 sentences into this, and I'm already looking forward to it. Yes, traveling in the River Cock.
I was hoping no one was going, because I was going to be like, cook.
I tried to resist laughing, but I couldn't.
K-O-K.
Oh no, I saw that and I thought, fuck it, I'm good for it.
I was going to say K-O-K on this. Is it the river K-O-K? K-O-K. Jesus Christ, you filthy
I just say it like I
buggers.
see it.
Yeah, well, let's go to the River Cock,
A
everyone.
river of cocks, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
By going on YouTube, this would have been demonetized so much by now.
Yeah, pretty much. Alright. It made a convenient stopover for river traders and passengers throughout most of the year. Bunch of cocks they are. A few barges, rafts, and sometimes an even larger cock. Anyway, larger sailboat.
So many
I'm gonna-
chickens.
I'm gonna, yeah, exactly. There's a large rooster coming in right now. Oh my god. Even a large sailboat could usually be found moored at Fang, but all that was long ago, before the creation of the Trial of Champions. Now, once a year, the river is crammed with boats as people arrive from hundreds of miles, hoping to witness the breaking of an ancient tradition in Fang and see a victor in the Trial of Champions. On the 1st of May each year, warriors and heroes come to Fang to face the test of their lives. Survival is unlikely, yet many take the risk, for the prize is great, a purse of 10,000 gold pieces, and the freedom of Chiang Mai forever. However, to become champion is no easy task. Some years ago, a powerful baron of Fang called Sukhumvit decided to bring attention to his city by creating the ultimate contest. With the help of the townspeople, he constructed a labyrinth deep in the hillside behind Fang, from which there was only one exit. The labyrinth was filled with all kinds of deadly tricks and traps and loathsome monsters. Sukhumvit had designed it in meticulous detail, so that anybody hoping to face its challenge would have to use their wits as well as weapon skill.
That's me,
When
fuck
he
then.
was yeah, you're pretty much in a nutshell, James. When he was finally satisfied that all was complete, he put his labyrinth to the test. He picked 10 of his finest guards, and, fully armed, they marched into the labyrinth. They were never seen again. Dun dun dun! The tale of the ill-fated guard soon spread throughout the land, and it was then that Sukhumvit announced the first Trial of Champions. Messengers and new sheets carried his challenge, 10,000 gold pieces, and the freedom of Chiang Mai forever to any person surviving the perils of the Labyrinth of Fang. The first year, 17 brave warriors attempted the walk, as it later came to be known. No one reappeared. As the years passed and the Trial of Champions continued, it attracted more and more challengers and spectators. Fang prospered and would prepare itself months in advance for the spectacle it hosted each month. So pretty much, you know, the deaths of all these great warriors is a beneficial for this town. So it's become a big tourist attraction.
Yay! Let's go and see people get slaughtered in the labyrinth that we can't actually see.
Woof.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Totally doesn't sound Greek at all.
Tourist spot number 1 here.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not Greek at all in the slightest. Fang prospered and would prepare itself months in advance to host the spectacle hosted each month. The town would be decorated, tents erected, dining halls built, musicians, dancers, fire eaters, illusionists, and every sort of entertainer hired, and entries registered from hopeful individuals intent of making the walk.
But would
Last
the
one
tents
could
be
be-
erected on the River Cock?
It's always erected on the River Cock.
I
Anyway.
think it is.
Why are we calling this the Trick or Treat? We ran out of treat show. It should just be called the Cock Show.
The River Cock show.
The River of Cock. Well, I think I know what our last episode, our episode 19 is going to be. The River of Cock Show.
Oh god.
Jesus Christ. Christ.
Oh, that's gonna go horribly wrong, and I'm looking forward to
It's
it.
gonna go horribly wrong, but you know what? Sod it.
Just bring in a lot of chicken clucks and you'll be fine.
Exactly.
Always been protection.
Let's see. The last week of April found the people of Fang and its visitors in wild celebration. Everybody sang, drank, danced, and laughed throughout the day broke on 1st of May. When the town thrown to the gates of the labyrinth to watch the first challenger of the year step forward to face the Trial of Champions. Having seen one of Sukumit's challenges nailed to a tree, you decided that this year you will attempt the walk. For the last 5 years, you have been attracted to it. Not for the rewards, but for the simple fact that nobody has ever yet emerged victorious from the labyrinth. But knowing
Why would I
James
think
also
that?
for the reward.
Why would I be thinking
No,
that?
he's-
I see someone
Stop
nailed.
that.
If I see someone nailed up, my first thought's not gonna be, you know what? I actually fancy that. Because of, you know what? I'm gonna fuck off. You know, you guys are alright here.
That's your other side of your brain thinking. That's the other side of your brain thinking.
That's a
But who cares
hard
about
no
that side
from
of the
me.
brain?
I use a brain in the first place.
And then your
Yes.
hardcore supporters come up and push you in anyway.
Ah, you
Yeah.
bastards! I knew you were gonna betray me.
Not meant for yeah, to attach it. Not for the rewards, for the simple fact nobody has clinched victorious for the labyrinth. You tend to make this the year in which a champion is crowned. Gathering up a few belongings, you set off immediately. 2 days walk takes you to west to the coast, where you enter the cursed port Black Sand. Wasting no time in that city of thieves, you buy your passage on a small boat sailing north to where the River Cock meets the sea. From there, I'm stopping you right there. From there, you raft upriver for 4 days until you finally arrive in Fang. The trial begins in 3 days' time, and the town is in an almost hysterical mood of excitement. You register your entry with the officials and are given a violet scarf to tie around your arm, informing everyone of your status. For 3 days, you enjoy Fang's greatest hospitality and are treated like a demigod. During the long merriment, you almost forget your purpose in Fang. Because you're having too much fun.
Oh, I am being treated like a demigod, so of course I'm gonna forget.
Yeah, you're like, wait,
You're welcome.
I'm your god.
I'm your god, let's
Shit.
have a rave,
Yeah.
going out, getting smashed, mate, yeah. Going
Hey, what
out
can I say?
drinking,
Don't
having a
forget
good
to-
time, and at the end, I'm gonna get a kebab.
Oh, surely it would be, I'm gonna get a drink, gonna enjoy, and then at the end, I'm gonna get fucking stabbed.
You know, that as well. Well, whatever happens, you still have a good time.
Yeah, it's a good way to go out.
During the long merriment, you almost forget your purpose in Fang, but the evening before the trial, the magnitude of the task ahead begins to dominate your thoughts. Later, you are taken to a special guest house and shown to your room. There is a splendid 4-poster bed with satin sheets to help you rest. But there is little time left to sleep. Just before dawn, a trumpet calls awakens you from vivid dreams of flaming pit.
Minutes.
Nah, not 5 more minutes. Not when you're doing the Trial of Champions. Champions don't need 5 more minutes.
No, they need 10.
Very true. Just before dawn,
Oh, fuck
just before
you,
dawn, a
wake up
trumpet.
now.
Yeah, call awakens you from vivid dreams of flaming pits and giant black spiders. Minutes later, there is a knock on your door, and a man's voice rings out, saying, "Your challenge begins soon. Please be ready to leave in 10 minutes. You have 10 minutes to sleep, so hurry up."
Wait, go on 10 minutes. I'm happy. I'm ready
There you
for
go.
it now.
You got.
I'm ready.
You got
I'm
10.
ready.
There you go. You got 10 minutes. All is good. All is good. You climb out of bed, walk over to the window, and to the wall, and the sweat dropping down your a window, and open the shutters. If you know that song, good job. Already, people are thronging the streets, moving quietly throughout the morning mist. Spectators on their way to the labyrinth, no doubt, hoping to find good vantage points from which to watch the competitors. You turn away and walk over to a wooden table on which your trusty sword lies. You pick it up and cut the air with a mighty sweep, wondering what beasts its sharp edge may soon have to meet. Then you open the door into the corridor. A small man with slanted eyes greets you with a low bow as you emerge from your bedroom. "Please follow me," he says. He turns to his left and walks quickly towards the stairs at the end of the corridor. Leaving your guest house, he darts down narrow alleyways between houses, and you have to walk quickly to keep up with him. Soon you come into a wide dirt road lined with cheering crowds. When you see your violet scarf, they cheer even louder and start showering you with flowers. The long shadows cast by the people in front of you shrink as the bright yellow sun rises higher in the morning sky. Standing there in front of the noisy and vibrant crowd, you feel strangely alone, aware of your coming ordeal. Suddenly, you feel a tug on your shirt and see your small guide eagerly beckoning you to follow him. Ahead, you see the looming hillside and the dark mouth of a tunnel disappearing into its inner depths. As you get closer, you notice two great stone pillars on either side of the tunnel entrance. The pillars are covered with ornate carvings, withering serpents, demons, deities, each seeming to scream a silent warning to those who would pass beyond them. You see Baron Succumbit himself standing by the entrance, waiting to greet the contenders in the Trial of Champions. You count 5 others standing proudly in line, their violet scarves displaying for all to see. There are 2 bare-chested barbarians dressed in furs. They stand completely motionless, legs straight and slightly apart, arms thrust forward to the rest of the hilts of their long, double-headed battle axes. A sleek elven woman with golden hair and feline green eyes is adjusting the crossbelt of daggers wrapped around her leather tunic. Of the 2 remaining men, one is covered from head to toe in iron plate armor with a plumed helmet and a crested shield. The other is cloaked in black robes, only his dark eyes showing between the swabs of his black-faced scarves. Long knives, a wire, a garrote, and other silent death weapons hang from his belt. The 5 contenders acknowledge your arrival with almost imperceptible nods of the head, and you turn to face the exultant crowd for the last time. Suddenly, a hush falls over the crowd as Baron Succumbit steps forward holding 6 bamboo sticks. You draw one from his outstretched hand and read the word 5th. The trial begins. The knight is first. He salutes the crowd before disappearing into the tunnel, and is followed half an hour later by the elf. Next goes the barbarian, then the dark assassin. Now it is your turn to salute the crowd, holding a violet scarf aloft. You take one final deep breath of cool, fresh air before turning to pass between the stone-pillared gateway into Succumbit's corridors of power to face unknown perils of the walk through the mighty Baron's Deathtrap Dungeon.
And as he walks away, and as he walks past, he turns to the crowd, waves at them, and says the magical words, "I immediately regret the decision."
Pretty much. But you have to go. Your adventure awaits. May your stamina never fail.
Oh, so I do have, actually.
And meanwhile, me, second
should be
in,
fine.
it's like, he's gonna die soon.
Yeah.
He's not prepared.
I got money on him being the first one to die.
Yeah, as you were going by the sea and going onto the River Cox, and you notice where you're going, James's first thought was, I knew I should have taken that first right in Albuquerque.
That's the last time I get directed from a blind man.
Yeah. Anyway, here we go. The clamour of the excited spectators gradually fades behind you as you venture deep into the gloom of the cavern tunnel. Large crystals hang from the tunnel roof at 20-meter intervals, radiating a soft light, just enough for you to see your way. As your eyes gradually become accustomed to the near darkness, you begin to see movement all around. Spiders and beetles crawling up and down the Cheshire walls disappear quickly into cracks and crevices as they sense your approach. Rats and mice scurry along the floor ahead of you. Droplets of water drip into small pools with an eerie plopping sound which echoes down the tunnel.
Plop.
The air is cold, moist, and dank. After walking slowly along the tunnel for about 5 minutes, you arrive at a stone table standing against the wall to your left. On it, there are 6 boxes, one of which has your name painted on its lid. If you wish to open the box, or do you prefer to continue walking north?
Okay, so find a box with my name on it. 6 of them. I want to open it, but I guarantee you it's gonna be like the box from Dark Souls. It's gonna go, no, that's me dead.
The box beckons you going, James.
Salem, you're not helping matters here.
James, run!
Oh, James. What do you want to do, James? Do you want to open the box, or do you just want to keep going?
You know what? Let's open the box. Let's see what happens here.
Open the box?
Out of box.
Speaking of which, how much stamina
Okay.
do I have for this mission?
Well, you have 5 health, so we'll count that as your stamina. Stamina/health.
Cool.
All right, here we go. The lid of the box lifts off easily. Inside, you find 2 gold pieces
Woo!
and a note written on a small piece of parchment addressed to you. After placing the gold in your pocket, you read the message which says, "Well done. At least you have the sense to stop and take advantage of the token aid given to you. Now I can advise you that you will need to find and use several items if you hope to pass triumphantly throughout my Deathtrap Dungeon. Signed, Succumbit." Memorizing the advice on the note, you tear it into tiny pieces and continue north along the tunnel. All right, so now you got to go. We've got to go to
Good stuff.
page 60, page 66. Here we go. No, number 60. Here we go. After walking down the tunnel for a few minutes, you come to a junction. A white arrow painted on one wall points west. On the floor, you can see wet footprints made by those who entered before you. It is hard to be sure, but it looks as though 3 of them followed the direction of the arrow, while one decided to go east. Do you wish to go west, or do you wish to go east?
What are you thinking?
Hmm.
I think we should go down the one that doesn't have more people going down. I think that was that east, was it?
Yeah, the one without the arrow is east.
Well, actually, we've got a little help already for the thing. Maybe that's the first trial. You know what? I think we should follow the arrow.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What about you, Kippi Salem?
Well,
good idea, or
you're
do you
heading
feel-
down the path of the Wicked Witch of the West, so...
Yeah, fuck it. I like her.
Yeah. Yeah, I say you should go down that path as well.
Alright.
Yeah. All right,
Going
let's
west
go.
it is.
Let's go.
Going west.
Just make sure you don't have any ruby slippers on you.
I'm wearing slippers though.
Where's slippers? Here we go. Alright. Following the 3 sets of wet footprints along the west passage of the tunnel, you soon arrive at a junction. If you wish to continue west, do you wish continuing west and follow the 2 sets of footprints? Or do you prefer to head north, following a 3rd set of footprints? So you can either keep going west or go north.
I think this time go north.
Go north? You want to change it?
I think we're going the right direction. I think we go north this time.
Changing direction, are you? Okay. Alrighty, here we go.
Hit the trap. Poof. Dead.
Yep, so you want to head north. Okay. Ahead, you hear the thud of heavy footsteps approaching. Out of the gloom steps a large, primitive being dressed in animal hide and carrying a stone club. On seeing you, he grunts and spits on the floor, and raises his club and lumbers on towards you, looking anything but friendly. You draw your sword and prepare to fight the caveman.
It's a battle!
It's a battle. Da, 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 da.
I was about
Alright.
to say hi, Gaston.
No one hits like Gaston. No one throws like Gaston.
Now I'm trying to remember because I see in this book it has skills and stamina. So I'm guessing when you did was it the same with my adventure book? There was always a skill and a stamina, but
Yeah.
you only cared about the stamina and just who gets the highest rolls, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much it, mate.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. So yeah, this enemy has 5 stamina, 5 health, 7 stamina, 7 health. So. This is where the fight begins, guys.
All right.
Huzzah! We've made it to this part, and
I'm ready for this.
So this is when we're gonna be rolling. We're gonna roll. So what do we do? Like enemy roll first, and then your roll.
Let's do the enemy roll first.
All right. So again, Kippi and Salem, at any time, either at this fight or maybe the next fight, this is where you could be like, I want to use my power. So. Bear in mind that this enemy does have more health than James, so...
True.
It's not going well. Okay, so... Come on, lucky dice! Come on, lucky dice! Oh, crap, 9.
Oh boy.
Ooh,
Alright, come on.
okay.
Come on, James. Thanks!
Oh,
A 6. Right, well that's 1 health down to you.
Alright, let's do this. Come
Are
on.
you actually gonna die already at the beginning? Jesus Christ.
No fair, we'll die already. 6! Right.
You got a 6. Will James get a higher than a 6?
11!
11.
Oh.
No, you can't.
You can't do that.
Only one at a time. Okay.
You gotta do it
so
at the
if you-
beginning of each roll.
You have to do it before.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Do you wanna use it for the next roll?
Yeah. Why not?
Okay. So the enemy has 6. James has 4. So pretty much just give you like 3.5, or the enemy gets 5.5. So let's see what happens.
6. Come on,
All
get
right.
a lower one. Get a lower one. Oh, damn it, 7.
Oh.
That's 5.5 for the enemy.
Okay,
You're welcome.
thanks. Thanks, Adam.
5.5 for the anima. All right.
Alright,
Go.
let's do this. Come on. Oh, high 9. Come on, me. Come on, me. Ah, damn it.
That is 3 health for James. 5.5 versus 3 health.
Ooh. All right, James. You know what? I'll throw you a bone.
Oh,
Got
what?
7. Now here's the thing. Will James get a higher roll than 7?
You better
Double
roll
six.
high.
You, everyone, have got to wait and see because we're going for a cliffhanger.
No.
Oh, no.
I wanted to do that just before you do it. I'm like,
like.
we're gonna see if he can get that double because then that would mean he would have 3.5.
You better roll high.
So we will do that for the next part of James's Great Adventure. And plus, also, I'm looking at the time and I'm like, oh god, I need to get ready for work. So I'm like, oh boy, better do that quick. Better do this cliffhanger quick.
Curses.
So we'll be back at the end of the show where we'll finish off with the fight, and we'll see if James becomes triumphant or not.
Well, considering how it's going so far, I'm not liking my odds.
Not lucky. Not really hoping for your chances, right?
Nope, not even slightly.
Oh my goodness, hilarious.
Okay,
But
fine. You know what?
have
Believe in
no-
the yeah.
Believe in the dice. Believe in the
Believe in the
heart
heart
of
of dice.
The heart of the dice.
Children's dice game.
The heart advice to me. Do you mind?
Where's the Celtic Guardian, Andy?
Yeah, it was the Celtic Guardian dice. But yes, it's now time for us to play some more set of music to end off part 1 of James's brand new Great Adventure. And the music choices that we have this time is from Salem. So Salem, what have you bestowed upon us for this episode?
Well, the first choice was inspired by the fact that I've been playing a lot of Crash Bandicoot. It's about time. So I've chosen Crash Bandicoot The Wrath of Cortex, the original Crash 4, with specifically the Wizards and Lizards level, which, funnily enough, is a level 4. And then we're going to have a little bit of Muppet Monster Adventure, which is one of my all-time favourite PlayStation 1 games. So we're going to have the main menu theme from that as well.
Awesome stuff. So that is what we're going to be having for this music choice from Salem. Sorry, James, you were going to say?
Nope, I was going to say fantastic choices.
Hey, perfect. So be sure to tune in. Keep listening in because, for these songs, you're tuning in to the Tally Ho Show with me, Andy.
Me, James.
And we have Kippi and Salem as well joining us on the show. And enjoy these songs, and we'll be back. We'll be back in a little bit.
You're listening to the Tally Ho Show with Andy and James. You know, you could have spent this time doing something else, like learning a new skill, cooking a new dish, or even spending some time with family or friends. But instead, you decided to listen to 2 random Brits go back and forth about gaming and banner for your entertainment? You have chosen wisely.
Andy and James are trained professionals. Do not attempt anything you hear in the Tally Ho show by yourself.
And welcome back, everyone, to the Tally Ho Show with me, Andy.
Me, James.
And with our special guests, Kippi and Salem Stowaway. So yeah, what we had on, that was Salem's music choices from Muppet Monster Adventure. That was the main menu feed. And then following on from that was Crash Bandicoot, The Wrath of Cortex, Wizards and Lizards, which actually was not a bad Crash Bandicoot game, actually.
I really enjoyed this, especially the first one for PS2 as well.
Yeah, like compared to Spyro Enter the Dragonfly, Crash Bandicoot Wrath of Cortex was 10 times better. It was actually made very well.
Yeah.
You're understating it.
Yeah, so that's what we had on for music. So now we've got Salem's topic for this episode. So Salem, what have you brought to us? What have you put on the table for us to discuss for this part?
Well, I am quite the movie and TV nut on occasion, so I thought, how about we look at movie and TV show tie-in games? Do they belong on the red carpet, or do they belong on the cutting room floor?
All right. That sounds good. So let's kick things off let's start off with Kippi. Movie, TV show tie-in games that you think would be perfect for, like, you think red carpet or cutting room floor? Like, what do you think were, like, good? What do you think were, like, not so good? If you have played, like, movie / TV show games.
I honestly can't really say that I played many games that are like this, I'm afraid.
Okay, but has there been, like, maybe some games that you have seen, like TV show tie-in games that you've seen maybe on, like, YouTube or people streaming it, you might think, like, that's pretty good, or that's horrible?
Oh geez, I'm trying to think. It's been a while. We may want to start with someone else while I think of this.
All right, yeah, no worries. James, what about you?
I've been thinking of a few, actually. They're all pretty good. One that definitely sticks in mind was Lord of Rings Conquest. That definitely deserved on the red carpet, just because I loved the movie as a whole. The 3 movies were brilliant, all the way to the end of the Return of the King, and I thoroughly loved, like, the whole concept of Lord of the Rings. But what I loved more was the fact that Conquest was essentially Lord of the Rings stepped onto Star Wars Battlefront 2. And Star Wars Battlefront 2 is one of the best games I've ever played in my life. Not the new ones just come out, the very old one for the PlayStation 2 era.
Oh, okay.
That was the best Star Wars Battlefront game I've ever played, and I will fight anyone who says otherwise. But essentially, they made a Lord of the Rings version of it, but they made it as Lord of the Rings Conquest, and it was spectacular. You went through all the major missions in the trilogy, and you were basically just fighting off. You were playing those heroes like Aragorn, Frodo, Gandalf. But the one thing that sealed it for me was right at the end when you finished it. When you finished it as a whole, you then started the evil side of the campaign, and it took place.
Of course, you would like that. It
was brilliant. I loved it because he started off right at the end where Frodo was supposed to destroy the One Ring, but this is when it takes a turn. Instead of Frodo destroying it, he decides to keep it, and then you instantly take control as the Nazgul and the Ring Wraiths, and you're basically going into Mount Doom to then basically fight to try and get to kill Frodo. And when you do that, Sauron has his ring back, and then it plays off as a sort of alternate reality when it says, like, they knew the 3 men of Middle Earth knew something had gone wrong and had to flee away back to Minas Tirith. Sauron, now in charge back with his ring, felt the urge to then push his army forward. The three men of Middle-earth will know Sauron's wrath. And that's how it starts. And then you go through, near enough, all the complete reverse of the missions you played in, but as members of the Orc army, Sauron's army. And I love that so much. I even keep watching the I like going back and watching the YouTube clips from it because it's just well laid out. It's brilliant, and it's just disappointing I didn't get to play as much as I should have done. But yeah, that sort of thing definitely deserves to be on the red carpet, I think. But
Okay, interesting.
But for the cutting room floor, surprisingly, I'd probably say Star Wars Battlefront, the first one. The brand new one. Well, this era, because I despised Star Wars Battlefront so much. Because
the first one for PS4 and Xbox, right?
Yeah.
PC.
Yeah, the first one in the PS2 era was okay. It was sort of like a nice little stepping stone for Battlefront 2 to sort of take the reins. Because every game is supposed to be better, and Star Wars Battlefront 2 for the PS2 era proved that point. But with this one, I guess I have my standards high for Star Wars Battlefront 2. And then realised that Star Wars Battlefront originally didn't have like a story mode. It was just massively multiplayer. And there were near enough like 4 maps of exactly the same. And I was just so disappointed because, especially with the new Star Wars films that have just come out, it didn't deserve that. It deserved to have what Star Wars Battlefront 2 PS2 version had. And then you got all the graphics and all the major updates for it. And I thought that's what you should have done. But it felt like they just went in a completely opposite direction and basically threw it into the ground. And then when Battlefront 2 got announced, I was very, very hesitant of even thinking about buying it because of what happened with number 1.
That's fair. But do you think maybe Battlefront 2 for the next gen Battlefront 2 was good because they did add the story mode and they added like loads of other features?
Yeah. Yes.
Or is it yes and no?
Yes and no. Yes, I did like the story mode, but it was really predictable and it kind of lost its luster. Lost its lack. You know what I mean? It lost the plot ages ago, and it sort of became predictable, and I just hated it, and it just wasn't enjoying it. And then the multiplayer side, I'm a huge anti-multiplayer person because I really don't like it, like online especially. But there's some games I'll do it for. Battlefront 2, no, it just didn't work out, and I was disappointed with it. But not as much as I was for Battlefront 1, because Battlefront 1 had a high hopes for when I had Battlefront 2 PS2 era. So my hopes were high for this one, and then it just blew it up to the point where when number 2 came out, I didn't really have nothing to compare it to because it pretty much was at the bottom of the barrel after 1.
That's fair enough. I personally thought they were not bad, actually. I thought they were pretty fun to play. But that's just me. I just,
Yeah, but
I enjoyed the online and everything. I've not played the story mode in Battlefront 2 yet, but, I played the online and, I enjoyed the online for what it was worth. But again, hey, that's another thing. I agree. I disagree with you.
And that's why we're not friends anymore.
Well, I wasn't going to say that. I was just going to say, this is the beauty of the show, where we don't, always agree on everything. So
absolutely not.
Hey, if you want to break up, that's fine. I'm
taking my half of the show.
It's not me. It's not me, James. It's you.
All right. Where would you like the papers filled out?
Signatures here, and here, please.
All right, you're all set.
Thank you. I'll take the tally. You take the hoe.
Okay. I wouldn't have it any other way. Oh my god, that's fair. That's understandable though, where it comes to that.
Yeah.
For me, I mean, like red carpet, definitely 007 GoldenEye on the N64. Oh my god,
yes.
One of the and that's the only one 007 game for me because that's the more iconic one. Everything else was close to red carpet, but more the front cutting room floor, like Die Another Day. There was one game on that. I forgot what was the other double O. Was it Die Another Day or was it
Tomorrow Never Dies on the PS1.
Tomorrow Never Dies on the N64?
And
like
the one that's not enough.
The world's like, yeah, because there was like all the other like Bond games that came out on the N64 that tried to, tried to make it better than GoldenEye. Like, no, GoldenEye was the 007 game that people still remember playing. Cutting room floor, definitely I would put in is GoldenEye, the next gen GoldenEye game.
Well, Rogue
they tried to make on. No, like they remade like 007 GoldenEye. On the Wii, on the Wii, PS3, and Xbox 360.
Oh, I thought that
was
Rogue Agent.
Yeah, no, they remade it, and it was like, oh, cool, that's great. The one thing they did wrong, was that they put Daniel Craig in as Bond, not Pierce Brosnan, and I'm like, okay, that's definitely a red flag on that, because it's like, I want GoldenEye, I want Pierce Brosnan Bond. That's all I want. Bring back Pierce Brosnan.
I want my Brosnan Bond.
I want my Brosnan, damn it. And it's like, why have you got Daniel Craig? Yes, I know Daniel Craig is like the current James Bond. I get that. But you can't just remake a game. Because, look, they did From Russia with Love, like on the GameCube. Sean Connery was in it. They did that. They brought back Sean Connery for that.
Bless his soul.
Like, bless his soul. Yeah, rest in peace, Sean Connery. And it's like, and it worked. Can you imagine From Russian with Love, Daniel Craig in that game? No. It's like, so why did they do GoldenEye, where they could have brought in Pierce Brosnan, would have been fine, but instead they put Daniel Craig in? It just doesn't make sense. So that's why it's kind of like it's a cutting room floor for me. Like, I just think and the game's, I don't know.
At least keep it accurate to the movie, for God's sake.
Exactly. So
No,
that's like.
You don't think Daniel Craig could put up the line for England, James? No, for me. No one can pull it off.
No one can pull it off. He tried to in the game, but it's kind of just like, nah, I can't feel it. I'm sorry, Daniel. I can't feel it. I need
You're
Pierce
just not
Brosnan to say it.
believing enough.
Exactly.
You gotta believe.
Exactly. That is exactly that.
Yeah.
And so and also going in for cutting room floor because just the WTF on game. Another red carpet one I want to say is Rugrats. Remember the Rugrats game on PS1?
Oh my god.
Yes.
The original
Yes, I remember
Rugrats
that.
I've
That's
played
red
all
carpet.
4 of them.
Yeah, like the Rugrats games. I would say
Was it
would be
Reptiles
given-
Revenge or The Search for Reptiles?
Search for Reptiles.
That's
Search for
it, yes.
Yeah. And it was like the winning thing you get once you get Reptile was him like with a top hat dancing.
Yes. And that's after
Legendary.
I must say, I was about to bring up Search for Reptile as it happens. I want to bring up, there is a cameo that appeared in his own game, the Goose.
Oh wow.
The Goose.
The Goose.
The goose that terrorized Chucky and stole Grandpa's teeth.
Oh, yeah.
Oh god, yeah.
Oh lordy.
Not the goose, anything but the goose.
Do you think he
That
think he
was
grew up?
nightmare fuel.
Do you think after he left Rugrats, he actually went into Untitled Goose Game?
Yeah, and you couldn't
He's
find
probably
any full
scared of
teeth.
Untitled Goose Game. Chucky would be. It's like, no, I'm not playing that.
PTSD for Untitled Goose Game.
Exactly that. So yeah, I would say like Rugrats. The Rugrats games would be a red carpet. And another one for cutting room floor. Salem and James will know of this. Little Britain the game.
Oh,
Jesus! I've not played it, but I've seen YouTube videos, and I'm just like, nope, not. I would like, you would have to literally troll me, or select that game for a special event for me to actually play.
Okay,
it.
well in
I will
that
not
case,
play it on my own free will.
well in that case, ladies and gentlemen, whoever gets Andy's subscriber of the month, I guess to pick the game, please.
Do I have to change my mind now?
No, you've already picked the game. Playing that and not playing that. All right.
Unless I win it again.
Unless we win it.
I mean, you've won it all at this point.
Yeah, I might have to take a break.
Pass it on to me. I've not won it once.
Oh, what a shame.
Is that why you don't add me to it, Andy? Oh, I accidentally forgot. That was a case of I am not risking it.
You have to be in the stream on the time when I do it.
To be fair, every single choice I made has not been a bad game.
No, it's surprisingly, it's been good. All right, Salem. Red carpet, cutting room floor, movie, TV, game shows?
Well, I've played a lot of variations of Harry Potter, as you know, I'm quite obsessed with the series.
I forgot about that.
I'm just gonna pick one from each for the Harry Potter series because there is definitely a cutting room floor, but the ultimate favourite for me has to be Prisoner of Azkaban, particularly on the PlayStation 2.
Really?
Absolutely love the change of the flight controls, especially when you get to fly on Buckbeak, and also the fact you get to play as Ron and Hermione as well as Harry, and everyone has their own skill set, which even when they get separated from each other as well, so they can learn the spells. It's just some amazing mechanics in that game, and they've played off so well. But the following game, Goblet of Fire, what the hell were they thinking?
Yes, 1000%. Yes, what the fuck did they do to Goblet of Fire? Oh my god, I hated that so much.
The only highlight I could find for that game is that they've dived into the books as well as the films for some of their stuff, and even the side books, which is a one-up on that point of view. But otherwise, why? Why does this game exist?
It wasn't the fact the game existed. I think Goblet of Fire would have been a great game, but they just basically made it linear. And that wasn't... You needed to have... The whole great thing about the game was Hogwarts. You could explore Hogwarts. That's what I loved about it. And then Goblet of Fire took that... Yeah. And Goblet of Fire took that away from me, and I've not forgiven them to this day.
But yeah, Search for Reptar for the Rugrats series, but my personal favourite from that has to be Rugrats Studio Tour. Just all the mini games in that.
That was good.
The RNG right near the end of the fight with a second locked door where only one key worked. It was never the same key in each save. That's one of the earliest instances of RNG that I can find. And just the minecarts. I have to mention the minecarts specifically. Those were annoying but so much fun to ride in.
Oh, and Ginger's just turned up. Hello there, buddy. How the devil are you, good sir?
Hello.
Hi, Gingers.
Hello, Gingos. Hello.
Oh my goodness.
He's there. He just came in going, it's like, it's not Halloween. It's Halloween in our eyes. Well, until the show's done, then Halloween's over.
Then the Christmas tree goes up.
Exactly. There you go.
I have one more red carpet and two more cutting room floors here. Muppet Monster Adventure. As you just heard from the music choices, this is, outside of Spyro, my all-time favourite PlayStation 1 game. Absolutely amazing mechanics. In ways it can be seen as a Spyro ripoff, but my personal view, I don't think so. The unique collectibles and the way they have a gallery set. I will give advance warning for anyone who's not played this yet. If you go to the gallery, there may be some sneaky tips and tricks you might find that will actually help you not tear your hair out, which I did at one point. But thankfully I found that and I was really in love with it. I still am. However, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, A Twitch in Time. I have no idea how I got so far as a kid, because I played it again as an adult and holy hell, that game is bad. The only upside is the concept to me, because Salem broke a clock. And that is how all the hell starts in the series. Other than that, it's just not great. The model of Salem is the only good thing gameplay-wise about it. And that includes the voice acting. The voice acting was just... The least they could have done is to have Melissa Joan Hart voice Sabrina. That would have been amazing. But the short and sweet cutting room floor is a game that I've played on the Wii. And that is Looney Tunes Acme Arsenal.
Oh god.
Oh god.
That
Oh,
game, all I have to say,
Yeah.
dumpster fire.
Yeah, that game's not that great. Now that you mention it, I'm just like, oh god, yeah. That's
I
funny.
couldn't get through the tutorial. The gameplay was that bad.
I think most of the Looney Tune games, like most of them on my PlayStation, were just equally terrible.
What about Bugs Bunny Lost in Time?
Amazing.
Yeah, that one was alright.
Tough as hell, and
Yeah.
the only game Mum's actually progressed further than I have.
You get shown up by your mum for that. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
I haven't reached Marvin the Martian, but she has.
Oh dear. You gotta do some more training there, Salem. Bye there,
Yeah,
bye.
a little bit.
Indeed. Well, there you go with that. Yeah, no, definitely. Like, I think some of the Looney Tune games can, you know, on the PlayStation, like I say, they're like the Bugs Bunny one. Like, yeah, that was great. It's just, yeah, some of the others are
Yeah.
a little bit like, could have been improved. Could have been improved.
What about you, though, Kippy?
Oh my god.
Okay, well now my brain decided to work now.
Hey, fantastic.
Hey.
Hooray!
Welcome.
Hi, how's it going? All right. So for red carpet, I would have to say, well, I would have to say most of the games from the Batman series, honestly, because like I mean, my favorite one would
Oof.
probably have to be Arkham Asylum, either Arkham Asylum or the Dark Knight. They all just have like really nice gameplay all along. I like the stealth aspect of a bit of it, even though I was never really. Not really the best at stealth, but it just felt so satisfying. Just seeing Batman just kick some ass.
Okay. I've really got something wrong with that game because Batman has a no. See, don't get me wrong. I completely agree with Kippy. It is one of the best Batman games of all time. But the amount of times Batman's whole process is he does not kill. Except when he slams someone head first into an electrical pylon.
Okay.
That fucker's dead! I'm sorry! There's no two ways about it! Batman cannot say, I do not kill! What is...
I do not kill. Throw someone off a building through a glass window.
I don't care.
I do not kill! Why is his head through a fucking pylon and electrified? That man is dead! Oh, what was that? What else is it? It's the bit where he's in the penguin suite. I will not kill. Really? Because that guy's in a shark is in a water with a massive shark. That guy is dead.
I'm Batman. I didn't kill him. The shark ate him. Therefore, the shark. The shark ate him and killed him. I'm Batman. I don't kill.
I'm Batman. I throw him off a building. Gravity killed him.
Gravity killed him.
I'm Batman. The electricity killed him.
I'm Batman. That electricity killed him. It was very shocking. I'm Batman.
I slammed him through a table. The table killed him.
No.
As God is my witness, he is broken in half by the table. I'm Batman.
He is not dead. Yeah, well, you've kind of broken his back. He's paralyzed now. You're an asshole, Batman. You really are.
It's just a flesh wound. I'm Batman. That's the first time I've ever heard you like get really angry or just be like, "What the?" like shouting on the street.
I'm so sorry. I had to come out. I have been holding that in for years, but no one understands how irritating it is.
I do agree that is so ridiculous. Oh man.
Arkham Knight. The Arkham Knight really takes the biscuit. Mostly because he's like, oh, don't worry, we've disabled him. You shot a tank at him.
And he'll be fine.
He'll be fine.
Okay.
You'll be fine. I'm Batman.
Exactly that.
Oh my god, I'm
I think we
crying.
broke James.
Oh, this is why I love the show.
Oh man.
What'd you do?
Okay, I'm done.
It's
I'm done.
really well
I'm done.
done.
I'm done. Rant over.
It's a really well done show. Especially when we break the owners.
Exactly. When you break
Agreed.
us, you've won.
Yep.
So you got the Batman series at the Arkham games. Because when you said most of them, I'm like, oh god, not Batman and Robin on the PlayStation. That game is trash.
Yo, God, no. That game would honestly go on the cutting room floor for me. 100%. I do remember seeing that game. That game, no. That's a no.
Me and a friend actually like he broke his copy of Batman and Robin because it was that bad, and I rocked it, and it was beautiful. I'm just like, this gives me a good sense of joy just to hear that snap of that disc.
I go, when he actually broke the disc though, did he break it and then it come into a little cutscene? It went snap. Okay, that joke's flown over everyone. Okay, never mind. Bear out.
No, I'm just in silence because I just don't want to respond to that because that was terrible.
I'm trying, damn it.
I know.
Well,
just try hard.
That disc was pretty terrible.
Or try not so hard.
Or that as well. Like whatever you feel. But oh man, yeah, it was just it just gave me a great sense of joy just to see that happen. See that disc just get destroyed. I was like, beautiful.
I'm so glad.
Was there any?
Oh, what's up?
Oh no, after you.
Oh no, I was just gonna say I'm so glad I've only seen the game. I've never played it myself because it's like it looks god awful.
Yeah, don't ever play it. It's atrociously bad. Like really, really bad. Was there any other games that you had for your cutting room floor or for the red carpet as well, Kippi?
Probably for the cutting room floor, I would also put Star Wars: The Force Unleashed 2. I played the first. I will say I've only seen that, but I've seen it and it just doesn't look as fun as the first one. I used to play the first one on the Wii a lot and as a kid, and yeah, I mean, like other than maybe some issues with controls, I thought it was a pretty fine game. And then I don't know. I've seen the second one. I don't know. Something about it just doesn't suit well with me. And I don't know. In a sense, it just feels rushed.
Yeah, I
It's
agree.
because
with you,
they made a second game. That's why. Because
Yeah.
I heard that the first one, like you can choose like multiple endings and that's it. And it's just like, okay, cool. That the protagonist is great. It's done. It's finished. And then they're just like, oh no, that there's a clone of him. I'm like, oh come on, you're just bringing it back. Why? Like just leave it. It's already ended.
You're
Story's done.
And you can
The
finish
first
it
one-
within 2 hours.
Yeah, it's painfully short, and like the first one, I was pretty satisfied with. The second one, I just have no interest in ever playing.
Mm.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, totally.
Well,
Totally.
I think that was I think that's pretty good, guys. Do you want to move on? Shall we move on to the conclusion then?
Yes.
Yeah,
Indeed.
before we do, can I just mention that I'm surprised Superman 64 didn't get a mention from somebody?
Because I already mentioned it at the start of the show with the first topic. But yes, also as well, I'll mention it again
Say
because
that.
it is actually true.
We do not talk
Superman
about
64 for the N64 is down in the bottomest of deep piles in the cutting room floor section. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
You know something's gone horribly bad when Andy has to talk calm about something he hates. That's when you know he is holding back something.
I can hear it in his voice.
Yep. Yep. Pretty much.
That's gonna be
Anyway.
the next broken disc.
Yeah.
No,
a
many
broken cartridge.
broken discs and cartridges.
Broken cartridge, more like. Holy crud. James, let's go for your conclusion.
So, my conclusion: Red Carpet, Lord of the Rings, Lord of the Rings Conquest, Star Wars Battlefront 2, and from what Salem has said, actually, because I forgot about that as well, I preferred Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Out of the first 3 games, that was my favourite. For the
That
exact-
was a
Which
good game.
version?
I'm not gonna lie.
PS2 version.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. I've played both of them, so
Yeah, I
Well, there's
played.
three, isn't there? There's three. There's the PS1 version,
Mm.
because that was different. Then you got the GameCube, PS2, Xbox version, and then the PC version. That game, that one game alone had 3 different versions of it, which is
never
insane.
played the PC one. I've only
No,
played
why?
the
I've never played the
Chamber
PC
of
one, but
Secrets,
apparently
yes,
it's
on the
different.
PlayStation.
It's so different. I'm like, what the hell? That's crazy.
I might have to look at that. I think I might have to look that one up then. But yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Chamber of Secrets, PS2. Star Wars Battlefront 2 and Lord of the Rings Conquest for the red carpet. The cutting room floor is the next gen Star Wars Battlefront. And what was that? What was that one we mentioned to say that we both despised? Oh,
Yeah,
Goblet of Fire! Goblet of Fire!
Goblet of
That's
Fire.
it, Goblet of Fire. That's my
Goblet
one.
of Fire, yeah. Yeah, just
Oh, yeah, I remember
Goblet of Fire is just no.
Yeah, absolutely not. Okay. Yeah,
For
Andy.
me, red carpet definitely has to be like 007 GoldenEye for the N64. Without a doubt, an absolute classical first-person shooter on a retro console. And the Rugrats games on PlayStation,
Yes.
they were really well made. Like, you know, I love the first one. And the movie studio game was great. And also Euroraptor, like Rugrats Go to Paris. Like, that was
Rugrats
really
the
good.
movie.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah, I never completed it myself, but like
Same.
I just remember playing it a lot. It was so good.
God. I
So
struggled
good.
with the final boss on that.
Yeah. Like, well, I never even got to the final boss actually. Like, it was such a struggle trying to find everything in the game in order to get to the final part. It was crazy.
And golf.
And golf, yeah, golf. It was still fun. It was
Golf
still
was
a fun
Yeah.
game.
fun. I
Still a
love
fun
golf.
game. But yeah, no, and the cutting room floor definitely has to be like, you know, some of the other 007 games, especially 007 GoldenEye, the remake of it, because it has freaking
It's the wrong Bond.
Wrong Bond, because they did with Russia with Love with Sean Connery, God rest his soul. Like, they had him on the GameCube, or I think GameCube PS2. I think it was a GameCube only game. Might be. I don't need to double check. But they had Sean Connery in it. Like, no problems. They didn't add the current Bond. Like, with adding the new version of GoldenEye with the current Bond, Daniel Craig, that
Yeah.
didn't work out for me. They added Pierce Brosnan. I think the game would have been all right. It probably would have been the greatest, but it would have been fine. I don't think it would have been cutting room floor, but because they had a Daniel Craig in and they cocked that up, it's just, yeah, like, it was cutting room
There's
floor
an
for me,
imposter among us.
pretty much. And yeah, Little Britain, the game just looks terrible. So that's me. Salem, your turn.
Okay, so red carpet has to be Prisoner of Azkaban. Absolutely amazing game. Studio Tour is definitely the best of the Rugrats, and Muppet Monster Adventure, hands down the best PlayStation 1 game outside of the Spyro trilogy. With the red carpet, I agree with James. The Goblet of Fire, it can go to hell. Where was it? The names escaped. Sabrina the Teenage Witch of Twitch of Time. It's so bad that I want to forget it. And Looney Tunes Acme Arsenal can just go in a dumpster fire. Doesn't even get the honour of the cutting room floor. It's that bad.
It just goes in the dumpster fire. That's fair enough.
It's on fire, and then the dumpster fire is then thrown into the sea.
Sounds accurate.
Yes.
And Kippi.
Alrighty, red carpet. You know, Batman, Arkham Asylum, also Batman, and also Batman: The Dark Knight. Both of those games, really amazing, really fun gameplay. And honestly, I kind of want to replay them now. But as for cutting room floor, Star Wars Force Unleashed 2. Just play the first one if you want to play it. You'll be fine. You don't need to play the second one. And what was the other one that I mentioned? My brain has erased itself.
Don't you just hate it when that happens?
My brain has just ejected itself.
Oh, no.
Okay, who brought Agent K in? He's playing with the memory wipe thing again.
Don't even worry about it.
God damn. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, what was it you We talked about Batman and Robin, PS1.
Batman and Robin, that was it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. There you
Batman
go.
and Robin. Batman and Robin, the broken disc.
Yeah. Yeah, Batman and Robin, the broken disc.
You know,
That's a good thing.
It's so broken. I forgot about it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, that's it. It's so broken. Just bleh. Also, Superman 64.
Yeah, we can all agree on Superman 64.
That one we can drag out for all time fun.
Yeah.
Apparently, Ginjoss is wearing shorts in November. You crazy sod.
Depends on what temperature is in this house.
I mean,
Honestly, it's been pretty warm this November.
I will say, yeah, it was actually very, very warm yesterday. I was wearing like jeans and a sweater, expecting it to be cold, but it was warm. I was just like, okay.
Well done, Nightbot.
It's my mortal enemy.
You really need to turn off Nightbot for you know.
I'm trying. I don't know how.
Having people out.
All right, Nightbot, me, you in the back alley. Let's go. Right.
Me, you, Denny's parking lot. Let's go.
Denny's parking lot. Let's go.
Round 1, fight.
Ding ding.
Yeah, round 1, fight. Who wants a grand slam? I do. This show is sponsored by Denny's. Not really, but I wish it was, just so I could get free grand slams.
Oh, we can get.
Oh my goodness.
I wish
Wait,
I still had a Denny's in my town. They closed, sadly.
We would have made it if we were sponsored by Denny's, mate.
Man, I'd be over the moon. I'd be over the moon.
Oh, and if anyone from Denny's is listening in, sponsorship is available.
If that ever happens, we just gotta wait and see. But yeah, there we go. Thank you. Well, thank you, Salem. That was a very good topic. Got us thinking, definitely.
And definitely laughing as well.
Definitely, for
And,
sure.
and
Yeah,
rage-inducing as well.
Yes.
And now I want to play some of these games that you've talked about.
Same
I
here.
know. I want to get back into playing the Rugrats games again at some point.
That's something you could do.
For sure. Yeah, one day.
Oh,
One day. I need fun games.
Studio Tour Let's Race one.
Yeah, also.
Oh, that would be funny. How about
Speaking about Star Wars earlier, I want to play the Jedi Fallen Order. It looks pretty good.
Oh, no, that's pretty good. I really enjoyed that.
Mm-hmm.
It's been the 80s, Ginjoss. It's so warm. Holy heck, that's crazy.
I kind of want to play Batman and Robin now just to see how terrible it is.
Good luck. Good luck. That's all I'm gonna say. Just good luck. Good luck playing.
We will watch that stream and pray for you, Salem.
You'll play the first 5 minutes and you'll be like, I'm done. I'm done.
Oh, I
Go
see
back
your
to
point.
Minecraft.
I see your point here.
Yeah.
Minecraft murder mystery time.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
All right. I
so-
think it's time for some more music.
I absolutely think so as well, good sir. And if I'm correct, it is Kippy's choice for our music. So, Kippy, what music are you bringing to us today?
Well, in here we got 2 remixes. First off, from The Legend of Zelda: The Link to the Past, we got The Dark World. It is the remix by Vector U, really good song. And from one of my favorite games of all time. I mean, that other one was also my favorite, but Pokemon Mystery Dungeon 2, we got Blizzard Island by TGH, the Guitar Hero on YouTube.
What a legend.
That sounds
What a legend.
Really
fantastic. Okay then, ladies and gentlemen, so stick around for those 2 fantastic tracks coming up, and then stay tuned for afterwards, where we'll be going into our final topic, and then back to James's Great Adventure before we finish this show. So I hope you guys are enjoying this so far. Get yourselves a drink, get yourselves a brew, come on back, and we'll see you all in a couple of minutes, because you are watching and listening to the Tally Ho Show with me, James.
And me, Andy.
And our 2 fantastic guests today.
Yippee!
And Salem.
And Salami.
Salami.
And Kippi and the salami.
And
God, this is doing fantastic.
and we will be back momentarily. Stick around.
Away.
You're listening to the Tally Ho Show with Andy, James, and me, the voice inside your head. You really need to do the dishes at some point. You've left them at the sink for days.
Alrighty, everyone. Welcome back to the Tally Ho Show, featuring hosted by Andy and James, the two wonderful people. Special guests myself and Salem. This is Kippi speaking, and hope you all have been enjoying your time here. Hope you enjoy the songs that they picked out, which were the Dark World, Link to the Past Dark World remix from Play Effect for You, and Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Blizzard Island by TGH. Now, I chose those two songs specifically to tie in of something they have in common, and something that is a very, very popular topic, and you see it a lot. We're gonna be getting into randomizers, the future of gaming. You see a lot of people just streaming these, various type of games. You see a lot of videos on this, and man, it is, people quite enjoy them a lot, and there's a lot of randomizers out there. It is insane. Like, even when I was looking at the randomizer list myself, I was surprised to see some of those that I hadn't heard of before. Alrighty, so what is first off, I guess, what is everyone's experience about randomizers?
Well, to begin, just before we start off, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not too sure what happened there. The stream just sort of cut out automatically. Not sure why that happened, but we're back online, so apologies to everybody. But regarding randomizers, I've actually seen a few randomizers play, and I think the actual the idea of it, I think is pretty damn awesome. And I've seen a couple of randomizers, randomizer games. And one thing I would like to see them do is, if they're going to bring this out properly, they should probably do it as if, because you get like in games, if you already complete it and you start it again, you get New Game Plus. And sort of like when you get the New Game Plus, it's what was I say? Oh yeah, when you get the New Game Plus, sorry, you have to start again from scratch. You start the levels again, but then you get the most stuff that the extra stuff that you already have. But I think it would be quite awesome is if you had a randomizer mode for it. So you start a brand new game, go back into it, but then that's when the randomizer kicks in.
Yes, please.
Oh, that would be awesome.
I think that would be pretty
like to see
decent.
that. Yeah, definitely.
Actually. A lot of work would have to be put in that, so that, cause like, they would have to code in just like what happens in the game before New Game Plus and then after New Game Plus. But I think it could make for a very, very interesting experience. And also, I for some games, like, what if they, like, on a New Game Plus, let's say if they allowed you to just randomize your stats or something like that when you.
Oh yes.
Yeah. That'd be pretty good.
Yeah, that would give me kind of like Binding of Isaac vibes.
I was just thinking about that actually, because there's a character in there, Eden, who gets like random stats each time you start up the game. You can start up a new file of him.
I mean,
Yeah, that's awesome.
like Legend of Zelda games especially would be pretty awesome to have randomizer mode. Like actually put into the game itself, because speed playthroughs, speedrunners will have so much more fun with randomizer game mode, I think, as well.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of Zelda games that are speedrun. Link to the Past and Ocarina of Time are the ones that are most run. But
Yeah.
you also see people running Wind Waker, Majora's Mask, Oracle games. The list goes on.
Yeah, it adds like a new unique challenge in a way when it comes to like speed running the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah, I think like the most interest is that how the speedrunner adapts to each situation. What situation the game puts them in. How do they adapt to it? You know, and that's what makes it most interesting to watch. Like, you could have all these different set of items, like, and then you have to take on a boss, but you don't have the usual equipment. So you got to think outside of the box. Use the equipment that the game gives you.
That'd be the true mark of it. That'd be the true mark of a speedrunner, is if you can complete a game with randomizers.
And that's not even bringing up the multi-worlds.
That's a whole other.
That's a whole other board game.
Yep. Multi-worlds are very fun though. No, I
Yeah,
do a lot of them.
if you get a bad run, like everyone else but you has gotten an item.
Yeah.
Or it's like you getting all like the main items. I got the hook shot. Oh no, wait, it was for this person. God damn it.
God damn it.
Where's my sword? This guy has the golden sword, and I don't have a sword. All I have is a boomerang.
Guys, why have I got a tree branch?
Yeah, why have I got a stick and a few nuts? This is not fair.
Where's
He's
my
dick-
clothes? Well, this guy has armor.
Where's my clothes? All I've got is my underwear. This doesn't make
And my
sense.
Deku nuts.
My Deku nuts have been exposed.
Get hit with the sword. Ah, my Deku nuts.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
It
Oh,
was.
Yeah,
we were
that's
going to go.
multi-world in a nutshell.
yep.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I
Oh.
think
That's
for me
just
personally,
what
seeing,
I think of it.
yeah, well, Edge just came, walks in
I
and
know.
hears that. He's gonna take his leave now. He's just like, oh,
Perfect timing.
I'm just gonna go now.
It's just like,
Hello.
hi guys, how's it going? Oh, my Deku nuts. Just like that. I'm gonna see what else is on.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta love it when that happens. Yep. Why write up a ticket for me? It's not me that said that.
Hold on, Edge. Which one?
Probably
Yeah, you
me.
got two culprits.
That's true.
Probably me because it's like I don't know. It's always me.
It's
You get away
always-
with it because apparently you're the king. according
He's
to
my-
Edge.
Lord Edge, of course. He will never ever turn against his liege, unless it's in Among Us. In which case, he has permission.
God damn. God damn.
Even though he probably still wouldn't.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't.
Yeah.
My liege.
There's only
there's-
one British man. Only one British man.
Oh, really? There's a big question there because if it's Andy, that's insulting me. If it's insulting me, we're both British.
I don't know. Are you, James? Are you?
I'm more British than you.
That's true.
Wow.
That's true. Andy.
Here's,
That's
no,
true,
this
Andy
is how I
the
can end this. This is how I can end this. Are you British, James? Yes, because I still bloody live here.
That's true. Andy's the imposter here.
And I must say, James, I'm so sorry for you. This is
That's
why
right.
I left.
You were way ahead of the rest of
and
us.
moved to a former British colony. Don't worry. It's now part of the Commonwealth, but used to be a British colony. So, you know, technically it's okay.
Not to mention you're in British Columbia.
That's true.
Yeah, and that as well.
Say that you're not helping my case here.
She's helping greatly.
I'm not-
Greatly.
I'm not helping
Wonderful.
either of you. I'm just saying facts.
She's telling the facts. She's telling the truth. Pretty much. But going back to
Yeah.
like randomizers, like like seeing like you play like the past Ocarina of Time randos and seeing a lot. Mostly Ocarina of Time randos were like getting me like, oh, I so want to try this. I so want to try this. Mind you, I only did it once. I've been playing mostly like Super Mario 64 randomizers, which are pretty good too.
Oh,
But yeah, it just adds like a different challenge and unique. It's a unique challenge and adds a fresh new take to playing games that you know and love, honestly. And yeah, no, I enjoy the heck out of it. I enjoy playing like say the Super Mario 64 speed runs and the Pokemon Stadium ones because you don't need like anything to like mod the game in order to make it. It's just
That's
a simple
Dumb
Pokemon
luck.
generate. Well, yeah, it's
and
Pokemon
occasionally
generator.
blindfold
Yeah.
needed.
Or use a blindfold as well, yeah. But
Say
using,
that-
just using a poke. What?
Go ahead, mate. Sorry.
What? No, what were you gonna say, James?
I was gonna say I thoroughly enjoy when you did your randomizer with Pete on Pokemon Stadium.
Oh yeah, the Pokemon
That's-
randomizer.
That was
the thing.
Moments.
that was so much fun to watch you guys do that.
Yeah, it's bloody hard. It really
Fire
is. It's
spin,
just like
fire
it's just
spin,
fire spin,
spin.
fire spin. It's like, stop
Oh,
doing
shit.
that.
Good old Gen 1.
Fire spinner,
no, right.
twisted fire spinner.
No, literally. But it's like you know, you just need the Pokemon randomizer website. Pick which region you want. I mean, it's like me and Pete are going to be doing the Pokemon Stadium too, so we're going to be selecting Kanto and Johto.
Oh.
That'll be interesting.
Drill Horn can sod off. God, remember that. No joke. No joke. I had to face a Rapidash when I was doing my own run on that.
Oh no.
Yeah, I forget which gym it was. Was it the 5th gym or something like that?
I think it was
I
fifth.
think
Yeah.
so.
It did Horn Drill, one hit KO on my first Pokemon, and I'm like, no, that's not fair. Okay, fine, whatever. It's not going to happen again. The second Pokemon comes out. Drill Horn, 1-hit KO on the second Pokemon, back to back. I'm like, are you freaking having a laugh? I'm like, that's just bollocks, mate. Absolute bollocks.
The god of
Like,
the god of Pokemon looking down on Andy, going, "Yeah, fuck it. Let's really shit him up by doing this."
Honestly,
Yeah.
that's just Pokemon in a nutshell. Whether it's casual or competitive, the guys are just looking at you the whole time. They want to make you suffer as much as they want.
Exactly. But I kind of like, it's just a case of just like generate your Pokemon in the website. Okay, that's my team. Actually, out of all 3 randos that I have played, Ocarina of Time, Mario 64, and Pokemon Stadium is my favorite one. Like, I actually enjoyed that a whole lot because it's like it adds to a whole new challenge. Like, what Pokemon are you gonna pick, and is it gonna pan out well for you? Ocarina of Time was definitely a second. Third is Mario 64, even though I've played it more times. It's fun. There are times where it can get like remotely frustrating. But it's like there's a star right there in this area, but you can't get it because you need to get a specific cap, which is on the other side of the frickin' map. Like, well, I can't reach that because the frickin' cap's all the way over there. And by the time I get to the star, it's too late. The power-up's gone. It's like, So there are stars that you can't. There are stars that you legitimately cannot get, and it's like, well, sod it.
Oh my goodness.
But Ocarina of Time, I did it with multi-world, and that was fun. But I would like to do it with multi-world again, and maybe do it like solo and just see how that goes.
Yeah, I'd be down to do it again one time.
And we should do like multi-world at some point.
Yeah,
That'd be quite funny.
My only experiences of randomizers are mainly through watching and playing Pokemon randomizers. For watching, I want to bring up Sonic. That Sonic randomizer that Andyman did.
Yeah, I remember that. That was hilarious.
Is that the one where whenever Sonic grabs a ring, it changes to another Sonic game?
No, that's not.
No,
that's
that's
not the one,
Oh, it's Sonic Adventure 2, was it?
Yeah,
Sonic
that's it. Yeah.
Sonic Adventure 2, sorry,
Oh,
yeah.
right.
Because there's one where someone's made, what was it? It was Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, Sonic and Knuckles. And pretty much whenever Sonic grabs a ring in a game, it just randomly picks like another one of the other Sonic games. And you got to try and complete all four Sonic games at the same time.
Oh, that sounds absolutely manic. I love it.
Yeah, I want to try that at some point. But Sonic Adventure 2, I'm interested in trying as well, because that looks freaking interesting.
It's absolute chaos, and you can even randomize all the voice lines, which just...
Yeah, there's a lot of interesting results that happen.
Oh, that sounds
Sonic
amazing. I
swore a
want to watch
lot.
that.
Sonic did swear a lot, yeah. It's kind of rude, honestly.
Because it has the bleeps, isn't it? So it's just like,
Yeah.
you wouldn't beef me for 100 years. Beep. Whoa.
Hey, you're bleep.
Language.
Oh my goodness, that was so much fun to watch. I'm so glad I did. But when it comes to actually playing randomizers, generally speaking, I've played randomizer Nuzlocke, which adds a whole new level of complicated.
Because Nuzlocke wasn't enough, was it?
No, it's not enough at all. Randomized Nuzlocke, including legendary Pokemon, is what I tend to do. So I've had my run almost killed by not only Rayquaza, but Entei as well, courtesy of my rival. Only one Pokemon lived on like 5 HP.
Can you just imagine that rival comes out with Mewtwo and you're just like, but I've only got a Caterpie. How the hell did you get that?
I have a Pidgey, come on! Pax, I'm calling Pax!
And most notably for me is when I decided to do a randomizer of Pokemon Emerald live on stream. I lost to the second trainer after the run officially began.
Wow.
Yep, that just happened.
That was embarrassing, but thankfully I progressed a lot further on the second attempt.
Honestly, Pokemon randomizers do tend to be like that sometimes. You either die early. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I blame the fact that I named my starter after app.
Yeah, he cursed you. He didn't explore.
Oh my goodness, that is so much
Sad.
fun though.
Oh, Pokemon randomizers can get really, really wild, especially the lengths that some people do. Some people go ahead and they randomize moves, they randomize types, they randomize abilities, items, and it's just like, how do you? I mean, I guess to me, to me, I can only go so much where it becomes like, okay, I've officially lost my marbles. Like, what does what?
Oh
But
my god.
I can see the appeal though, because like you get some Pokemon that you wouldn't you look at them first glance, it's like, oh, it's a Caterpie. No, it's not gonna do anything. And all of a sudden, that Caterpie is using Hyper Beam on your Pokemon, and it kills it one hit KOs your Pokemon. I was like, oh, well that just happened.
A Caterpie using Hyper Beam is like getting roasted by the weakest member of your group.
I mean, with recent randomizers, my luck was in my favour somewhat early on. I faced a Groudon who happened to have his usual ability because of the fact that I forgot to randomize abilities. My Pokemon that came out had Solar Beam, so when Drought came into effect, just one hit knockout.
Have you guys ever seen a randomizer where Magikarp uses Hyper Beam?
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Oh.
Oh god, yeah.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
It is hilarious, and it actually killed something in one shot.
Oh,
One
that's
shot, like,
brilliant.
One shot.
OP Magikarp. Who needs a Gyarados when you got a Magikarp that does Hyper Beam?
Yeah.
That's all you need.
Oh, speaking of that, that's another thing that people do. They can randomize the evolutions. So, like, oh, your Magikarp, what will it evolve to? Will it evolve into a Gyarados, or will it evolve into something else?
Oh god, a
You
Magikarp.
never know.
What?
A Magikarp-
Magikarp's evolving into
Weedle.
Weedle.
Like,
Oh,
great.
better yet, what Mewtwo is evolving into Magikarp?
Like, no.
No.
What
Yo,
butt plug evolves into Magikarp?
God. Oh no, now it's faster.
Oh god, why? Jesus.
But then
For
you,
those, for
but
those
then,
listening into the podcast, if you're wondering what the hell that means, be sure to watch my 5th year anniversary 24-hour stream, part 2 of my Pokemon Stadium blindfold run. My viewers named the Pokemon, and Salem and Kev from Last Minute continue in the chat, and they're like, okay, so this Pokemon you've got now, the chat have called it Butt Plug. And so many other names. And
I
yeah.
have to highlight the fact that this particular run with the Solar Beam incident, my starter Pokemon choices included Diglett and Victreebel.
Oh my god.
I chose Victreebel, so you can guess what I named it. It's still alive.
Well, that's good to know.
Sure.
So is Lex Luthor.
Oh, Christ.
Oh, and you're my rival. You're an asshole in this game because it's Pokemon Leaf Green.
Oh,
yeah.
right. I'm your rival.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah. So
but-
I'm douchebag Magoo. Great. Good stuff.
And you kicked Buttplug's ass, I will tell you that.
I would have.
oh, there's something there, but I'm not going to say it.
No. That's too. Nah.
Yeah, I'm saying nothing. Even I know that's too far.
Yeah. I'm not saying anything. See, if I beat you and I beat your Pokemon named Buttplug, I'll just be like, okay, bye.
Just like,
Because I've got
Bye,
nothing to say.
later.
must
Oh,
resist.
Because I don't want to be like, ha, I beat your Buttplug. What? It's like something you do not want to hear.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ. All right, well, should we do a conclusion?
I think we should, yeah.
So yeah, James, you were the first one. What was your conclusion about randomizers? And also, do you think they're the future of gaming as well? We didn't go past that.
Yeah, we didn't really go too far into it.
Personally, yes, I think randomizers are can be the future of gaming if they're part of like a new game strategy. So New Game Plus mode, randomizer. I think that could be fantastic, especially for speedrunners anywhere. And I need to start watching more randomizers because I do think they are hilarious, and just to see what they can do.
You need to play some as well at some point.
I do, yes. I need to pick one and then go for it. Might do one like Pokemon.
Ooh.
Yeah, Pokemon. Like
good
Pokemon
choice.
Stadium would be good. Yeah, good choice. Good choice.
Oh, don't even get us started on Soul Link randomizers.
Oh, Dark Soul randomizers.
Oh,
God.
hell no!
There's
I'm struggling with.
Soul Link.
Oh,
Well, but I mean, there is a Dark Souls randomizer.
Wait,
too.
what?
That's-
There you go, James.
no,
After you finish Dark Souls, just do Dark Souls
no.
randomizers.
I'm suffering with Dark Souls at the moment. I do not need a randomizer to add to it. It's already randomized as it is. Will this enemy kill me, or will it not? Haha, let's find out.
Nice.
Oh my
yes.
goodness.
Oh man.
I mean, for me, I think, future of gaming, I think, it's still early days for randos at this moment, but I think, given it, like, say, another couple of years, we're going to see a lot more people. It's going to, hopefully it'll be its own genre. It'll be, like you say, game developers will add it into their games. That would be pretty sweet to see. Definitely playing, and also playing games that you used to play back in the day, Mario 64, Sonic Adventure 2. Pokemon Stadium, Ocarina of Time, Link to the Past, Majora's Mask, all of those games, adds a bit. It makes it more unique, and it gives it like a fresh lick of paint in a way when you play the game. Like it makes you enjoy it a whole lot more, as opposed to playing the same game with the same items everywhere that you know where they are, over and over again. Just adding that extra challenge goes a long way, and I think I think we'll be seeing randomizer videos, randomizer streams. Increasing in the years to come, I think. So I definitely think it'll be the future of gaming for sure. Probably might not be as big, but it'll leave a pretty big. I think it'll be. I'm trying to get the words out. I'm trying to think of this. It won't be I don't think it's going to explode hugely, but I think it's going to grow. It's going to be baby step growing in say the years to come.
It's not gonna. He's basically saying it's not gonna explode onto the scene, but there's gonna be a mass fan base around it in the near future.
Pretty much with randos in general. Not a specific game that you do rando, just randomizers in general.
Yeah.
What about you, Salem?
Honestly, I think it has a lot of potential to be absolutely amazing and potentially even mainstream in the future. I don't know how far into the future, but it's boding well because I've seen so many. And another one that I haven't mentioned before, there's some Super Paper Mario ones as well, which are absolutely hilarious. Yeah, so after seeing all those, yes, that's a huge improvement, and I could see it improving even more in the future with more games. I mean, they randomized Sonic, for God's sake.
It won't be long until Superman 64 gets randomized.
And if it does, I'll never play it.
How many channel points will it take?
You just randomly go on.
You see the total channel points. It's on my channel. 250,000.
I've been saving up.
You've been saving up. Oh god. Yeah, it's Jesus. Yeah, people are just saving up like crazy for that.
Oh yeah.
And Kippi,
Well-
you were the one with the topic. What's your conclusion?
Personally, even though it's been a while since randomizers have made, they've never really blown up until very, very recently, until a year ago. Some Zelda randomizers. There's always been Pokemon randomizers, Super Metroid randomizers, and the works, but they become insanely popular with how many games are getting randomized. It's crazy. Again, there were some randomizers that I'd never even known about until I'd seen it, and I actually want to play some of them. But on the other hand, I will say that there are some games for that they don't make as good randomizers just because of how they're designed. I'll give one example with Majora's Mask. I love that game a lot, but I will say, due to the side quest nature of that game, sometimes I guess this depends on personal taste as well. But it tends to make not as much of an interesting randomizer as some other ones. But I would definitely say some other Zelda games like Link to the Past and Ocarina of Time make for some very interesting randomizers. You have Pokemon games that always makes for some interesting times, especially with how many settings you can miss it. And then you got Mario randomizers, which I mean, hey, those make for interesting ones. It's just like what level you go into, you randomize the enemies, the objects, and all that. It's crazy. So yeah, I think it'll have a pretty good impact. There may be a time where it may die down soon, but I don't think it'll die down anytime soon. Especially since there's still a good fan base around randomizer.
Yep, I think that's... Yeah, I agree with that.
Definitely. Like, I think like there might be a point where it might die down, but I don't think it's going to like majorly die down.
Yeah.
Like,
If it does, it's going to take quite a long time for it to just disappear off the radar, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like, because there's going to be a thing where when it gets to a point where like randomizing videos and randomizer streams are slowly dipping, there's going to be new games that are going to probably get modded to be like add a randomizer, and then it'll spike back up. So it's going to be like a little up and down, like mini roller coaster in a way when it comes to people playing or watching randos in a way.
It'll just take one game as well to be randomized correctly, and it'll blow back up again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. So yeah, thank you again. Another great topic. Thank you to both Salem and Kippi for your topics for the show. That was really awesome. Got us thinking a whole lot, and hopefully everyone listening in on the either live right now or on the podcast enjoyed them also. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Well-
It's been amazing.
Hey, well, appreciate you guys for coming on, but we're not done yet.
We're
done
not.
Not
Yeah.
yet, not-
We've
not
got
yet.
results to find out.
Yes, we
We've
do.
got-
We
we've
got
So,
a cliffhanger to get back to you.
Yeah.
so we jump back into it then, ladies and gents.
Let's do it.
All right then,
go.
let's go back into it because, ladies and gentlemen, we are back to the Great Adventure. When we last left, myself, I guess, into this,
Yes.
we basically rolled the dice where my enemy got a 7 when it was Kippi who decided double damage was established. For me at
Yes,
3
so-
health, this could end horribly for me. So,
The enemy has 5.5 health. So if you get him, it's 3.5. So I mean, you just gotta try your best. Try
Looks
your
like
best to see what happens.
okay.
Very well make or break the situation right here.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes, it is.
Pretty
So-
Better
much.
roll high.
Let's get the boss music back up and running.
You got the one witch present.
Here we go. Ready? So, the enemy rolled a 7. So if I lose this, does that mean I'm out? Or have I still got 1 health left?
You
still got one
have
health.
one health.
Still 1 health left. Okay, right. Come on, roll. Don't let me down.
Come on.
No!
Yes!
Oh my god.
Oh,
my
double
God.
damaged.
That's a 1 health. All right.
1
I
health
tried.
left. This could be
In
about
a way,
this.
actually, well, yeah, no, because Salem, well, yeah, jeez, I don't know, like, Salem kind of screwed you over with doing the half health on him, and then Kippi comes over. Ooh, you guys gonna kill him right off the bat?
Oh, this
Jesus.
could be the quickest kill in history. Here we go. The next enemy
Alright.
row. This could decide it. Oh, it's a 7.
It's another 7.
This is the
Okay,
big
right.
Make or
one.
break
James
it.
is gonna get it.
Make or
What's he
break.
getting?
Who's gonna win? Yeah.
Oh,
All
Got
right,
8.
just by 1. So he has
Alright.
4.5 health. He has 4.5 health. So you've got to pretty much get 5 rolls. 5
in
good
a
rolls.
row.
5
It's so lucky.
rows to win this.
to
Yeah,
win
no
this.
lifelines.
Okay, let's see
No
if it's...
lifelines at all.
Oh,
But
God.
we did make a
Yeah.
stipulation. If either James or the enemy rolls a double 6, you do double damage, or we just established this. Or if you roll a double 1, you take 1 damage. That's either enemy or James. So don't roll a double 1, James.
I don't want to. I really don't want to.
No
Here we
pressure,
go.
no fake
Oh,
eyes.
very
pressure,
good.
no pressure.
Oh, it's a 6.
Oh boy. Okay.
Here we go. 10. That's another hit for the bad guy.
Not
That
bad.
is 3.5. 3.5.
3.5. Next up, Ready Rose. Oh, it's free.
It's free.
Do not
okay.
give me snake eyes. Come on, don't give me snake eyes here. Give me 2 6s. Close enough.
Yeah, fair enough. Alright, that's 2.5. 2.5 for the enemy.
2.5.
You have got 3 more hits to go to kill the caveman.
It's a 7.
Oh, here we go.
7.
Here we go. 9.
9. Alright. 1.5 health that enemy has. 2 more hits. And
2
it
more
is
hits
dead.
needed. Let's see what we got for this one. It's 7 again.
Oh boy.
What am I
Here we
gonna roll? It's a 10! I might do this! Ooh.
This is gonna be
Down to the
Quite
warrior!
clutch
The comeback of
of
the
the
century.
comeback of the century. Top 10 anime comebacks happening here right now on the Tally Ho Show. This is gonna be a big Nani moment.
Okay, here we go. Last
Here we
roll.
go.
Alright.
Last
Whatever
roll.
happens, this is the last roll.
Don't show.
Oh, come on. This is
Wait,
it.
What'd you get? What'd you get?
He
You
got
got
a 4.
on the enemy?
Four's
Okay,
not-
got a 4.
4. Alright,
5 or
alright.
more to take the victory.
Double it! You did it, James! James has survived all
What a
odds.
clutch moment.
Yes!
Even with getting hit with double damage by the caveman, James has survived
So-
and has become triumphant.
Oh, I am playing this though. This is gonna be played for the ultimate victory that I just pulled off.
We'll get next time.
Amazing. Yeah, beautiful.
We tried.
Oh!
You tried. That's all you can do. That's all that matters.
So you're going in
Oh,
with
that's
1
one.
health.
Oh, that's warmed me out. Yeah, I'm probably gonna die very
Yeah,
soon.
you
quickly,
still
though.
have 1 health for the rest of this.
All right, so you defeated the caveman. Congratulations. So we're going to turn to the victory page, and that will be us.
Ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
That'll be
Actually,
it
you say
ending-
that.
Yeah, play that now,
Damn right.
of course you are. You're damn right.
Salem, eat a bean. Oh, wait.
Wow.
I'll sing.
All right.
Sing your ass.
Well, here we are. The caveman is wearing a leathered waistband with 4 small rat skulls hanging from it. Do you put it on your wrist, or would you rather set off north again?
I can put rat heads on my wrist.
4 small rat skulls. Yeah, it's a leather wristband.
Yeah, you know what? I might need some jewelry. Go for it. Let's see what happens.
Like a memento. It's
Yeah,
a
I'm a memento for my glorious victory.
A glorious victory. And, well, that is where we're going to leave off. I need to check
Oh
something quick.
my
I need to check
God.
something quickly.
I'm out of breath just.
Oh, you know
Yeah,
what?
we
I'm just gonna say this. Let's just say this. Let's
Oh,
just say
this
this.
is
Oh.
Oh god.
The wristband was made and cursed by a hag. It slows down your reactions and dulls your senses. You reduce your skill by 4 points. You kick the tunnel wall in anger and stomp off north.
So I'm just cursed myself.
You've just cursed yourself. Congratulations.
Congratulations, you won.
Congratulations. You won.
I literally have. You won. You've got 1 life.
Exactly. No. You've beaten the enemy. Your health will go back up to 5.
That's
I
right.
think every time you defeat an enemy, your health will go up. So you've got 6 health.
Oh.
So congratulations. But
Yeah.
you're just a little bit dull. You're just a little bit
A little bit
duller.
stupider.
Yeah, with your skills. But congratulations, James. You beat your first enemy.
Yeah,
You
I
have
did me.
survived.
Even with a few disadvantages, say them, Kippi. I see what you're trying to
You're
do.
welcome.
That's the beauty. That's the beauty of the powers for the guests.
Yeah, but you know what's brilliant though? You guys did try to screw me over, and you know what? I will not have a go at you for that, because what I've just realised is next week, Andy gets to get screwed over.
Yay! Well, not next week. This coming week.
Oh yes, it is actually. My apologies.
It's gonna be this coming week.
Oh,
Yeah.
isn't
Might
it?
as well keep going. But yeah, guys, that's it. That is the end of part 1 and 2 of James's Great Adventure. We hope you enjoyed it as James ventured forth in Deathtrap Dungeon. Nearly almost died, but made a fantastic comeback.
I am so happy with that comeback. I don't care what anybody says now. That will be the pinnacle of this stream.
Yeah, that was perfection. You can't fault that.
That was quite a comeback.
That was honestly quite a comeback indeed. And on that note, that is the end of the show of episode 17. We finally did it!
We finally have a Halloween special done! It took us
Yeah,
11
in
days.
November 10th. November 10th we did it.
Many technical issues have passed.
Many Satan graveyard shifts later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh
exactly.
yeah, we earned this. We earned this overtime.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I'm
But
working us so hard, dude.
we really are. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us for today's podcast. We thoroughly have enjoyed it, and a massive thank you as well to the brilliant and incredible Salem and Kippi. I hope you guys have enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It's been a whale of a time.
Fantastic.
It was really fun.
I'm glad you guys enjoyed. We'll be
Having us.
more than happy to have you guys back. And for those of you who are joining this chat right now who don't know about these guys, and you guys have enjoyed this guest, then please be sure to have a look at their give them guests this week, and be sure to give them a follow on Twitch at SalemStowaway and Kippi00. Both have Twitch TV channels. Be sure to go over there, give them a follow, and they thoroughly deserved it because they've been amazing sports.
Absolutely. Edge is like, my liege, do you really expect anything else from me?
No, I did not, Edge. I did not expect anything less. But I could dream.
Just make the fall, guys.
Yeah, a man can dream. That's all you can do. A man can only dream.
But again, as well, thank you very much, Salem, Kippi. Thank you very much for joining us. I thoroughly hope you've enjoyed it, and I'm sure me and Andy will be more than happy to have you back on the stream as well.
It was really
Oh, that
fun.
would be incredible.
I enjoyed
It's
it.
just awesome.
Yeah, I would definitely look forward if we were to return in the future.
Okay, and just before we do finish, however, because this is the 10th of November, you've actually got some new next streams coming up. So, for those of you who are watching the podcast right now, be sure to look at who we've got on our next streams. But for those of you who are listening to it, Kippi, why don't you tell us what you're doing next and what times you'll be streaming?
Alrighty, so on Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern, I will be playing some Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, but with a twist. I will be playing it with a little something we call crowd control. So
Oh my god.
you'll be able to mess with whatever happens on my game. Lightning can strike me at any time. It's gonna be absolutely chaotic for sure.
And to be honest, I'm actually going to join in because after what you guys did to me, you clearly deserve some of this.
Wow. Also, James, I think you got the date wrong on the stream for Kippi.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. Today's clearly the 10th of November.
Absolutely, yes.
Thursday, 10th of November.
Yeah, Thursday, 10th of November. Yep. It's always the 10th of November.
Yeah, how dare you
Always
even
the 10th.
insinuate? I'm not even making changes either.
I
Believe it, it's changed. See,
I'm so sorry.
See, there's no problem at all with that. I think.
Okay, no, fair enough.
What problem was there?
What problem? There's
I
nothing.
know
exactly.
nothing.
No issues whatsoever. So yeah, tune into Kippi for Breath of the Wild on Thursday, the 12th of November at 4 p.m. Eastern Seaboard Time. Salem, what about yourself? What have you got planned next?
Well, I'm currently doing a 100% run plus. I'm trying to get all the coins as well in Muppet Monster Adventure. This will be the second part of the stream. It's just been long overdue because mental health. So we will be doing that later tonight, technically speaking, with Wednesday the 11th at 2 a.m. UK time. So
I'm
I hope to see you there.
So be sure to join in with Salem on the Muppet Monster Adventure tonight after the stream at 2 a.m. And finally, we end
about
with
3 hours.
and finally we end with the British Andy. What's your plans?
Yeah, so I'm taking a week off just for stuff, just so I can get some things done and dusted. But when we return, we'll be back on Tuesday, November 17th at 11 a.m. Pacific time with the return of Super Mario 64. Woohoo! And not Superman, because son that it's a piece of crap.
No, you
But-
like a Superman. It's number
No,
one.
I hate the Superman. Superman is a piece
Superman
of
All Stars 3D.
God. But yeah. Moving on. Yeah,
Definitely
we'll be playing Super Mario 64, continuing on with Mario Vember, our month-long event where we're playing all Mario games. Might be playing some Super Mario Sunshine as well, but the first game we will be playing, which is confirmed, is Super Mario 64, Tuesday, November 17th at 11 a.m. Pacific.
Fantastic. Looking forward to joining all of you three on those streams. So, for those of you who missed it again, Kippi, Breath of the Wild at Thursday the 12th of November at 4 p.m. Eastern Seaboard Time. Salem playing some Muppet Monster Adventure straight away on tonight, Wednesday 11th of November at 2 a.m. UK time. And finally, the British Andy will be playing Super Mario 64 on Tuesday the 17th of November at 11 Pacific time. But that's all we're going to have for today's show and podcast. Again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining all of us. We thoroughly hope you've enjoyed it. A massive special thanks as well to the brilliant Kippi and Salem. Thank you very much for joining us. I thoroughly have enjoyed it. And of
It's
course,
amazing to hear.
I'm glad. And we're definitely, like I said, we're definitely going to have you back sometime during Season 3 or even Season 4, depending on how well the show goes. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, I can't end the stream without, of course, mentioning the one and only British Andy for co-hosting the show with me once again. Thank you so much, buddy. I have once again thoroughly enjoyed it. How about yourself?
Oh yeah, it's always a pleasure doing a show with you, and looking forward to the next installment, which is going to be happening this Saturday on November 14th.
November. Yes, it is. In which case, we'll have another special guest onto the show. Who's it going to be? You're just going to have to find out and tune in. But today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to leave you with my music choices for the end of this stream. So, from Maximo, Ghost to Glory, we've got Graveyard of Ships, music number 1. But to start us off, and considering I've been playing it so bloody much, it's irritating me, let's play some Dark Souls with Bell Gargoyle. And you have been listening in to the Tally Ho Show Halloween Special, Episode 17, The Trick or Trick with Our Treat Show, with me, James.
And me, Andy.
And our special guests, Kippi and Salem.
Hope you enjoyed. Be sure to tune in next time.
Absolutely.
Take care, guys.
Take care of yourselves. Take care of yourselves and each other, and we shall speak to you all very shortly. And as always, this has been the James of All Games signing off, saying cheery bye. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for stopping by.
Stay safe, wash your hands, wear a damn mask. See ya.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Yep.
Really couldn't.
You're listening to the Tally Ho Show with Andy and James. You know, you could have spent this time doing something else, like learning a new skill, cooking a new dish, or even spending some time with family or friends. But instead, you decided to listen to two random Brits go back and forth about gaming and banner for your entertainment? You have chosen wisely.